you're given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop. You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
And welcome to what is going to be a really exciting show here at Jewellery Maker. It's Saturday evening and we are in the mood to have a big fun 4 hours of jewellery making luxuries, and it is going to be absolute fun guaranteed and luxury guaranteed. First of all, for those of you who do obviously want to celebrate, congratulations and hello to everybody who's celebrating St. Patrick's Day today. We are going to just give a nod. We're going to tip our hat to St. Patrick's Day this evening by essentially doing a little bit of fun. What you're going to have every half an hour, so literally at 6:30, 7:30, 7:08 and 9:30, we are going to do our lucky deal. Ooh! Now look, let's just get this right. Every time I say lucky deal, what has to happen? Ooh! That's right. We want a little bit, you know, and obviously to a nod to Sir Bruce, we will do a little bit of show interaction tonight. Well, not you, Bruce, not the other Bruce Fosse, but Bruce is here. Are you ready for it? So we have got a lucky deal tonight. Woo! We'll keep practicing on that one. We have got guaranteed extra special deals. So at 6:30, we will show you what we're talking about. In my little lucky pot here, if you join us in the deal at 7:30, 6:30, 8:30, 9:30, you will be entered automatically to win. What is it? It's a lucky bead scoop.
Oh, still do it then if it's lucky.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Anything that's so just if I say the word lucky, shall we just say that's the trigger word?
Then, yeah.
That's like that's the spy, like the safety word. Lucky.
Woo!
I'm gonna like tonight. So that's going to be the first big treat of the evening. That means we're going to give some stuff away for free. Just to be making sure you have to tune in at 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, and 9:30 tonight to guarantee that you could get the deal. Now, the thing is that the thing that we're going to offer at that time is going to be spectacular anyway. We've got some absolute Brahmas. We've got some true collector's opportunities. And if you are looking for something of a special treat, we are doing a live launch event coming your way. Never been seen before. I've never presented this gemstone before. This is, and I'm thinking I've probably 13 years of me working in the gemstone industry. This is the first time I will launch and guarantee this very special. Now, this is going to be an exclusive. I have spoken to the buying team. The chances are you're not going to see this strand again, so this could be the one and only. I mean, Chesney Hawkes probably wrote the whole song of the one and only about this one strand, because we don't think we're going to get it back in again. It's a one-off deal. We are launching tonight at 8 p.m. natural jacinth zircon. Natural. The real. Now, obviously, don't look at me like that. Don't even know what it is.
No.
That's okay. It's one of the most unique natural colours of zircon. It's one of those colours, so if you don't call it jacinth, you might call it hyacinth. But if you think of hyacinth, you're thinking purples and blues. No. So jacinth is the rich colours of oranges and reds together. So bronzes, browns, but actually with a lovely rich undercurrent of reds and oranges. So reds and that's what we've got for you. Natural, not treated to be that colour, but natural jacinth zircon. We are going to give a live show deal at 8 p.m. for 200 only, and I'm going to tell you the quantity, and I'm telling the quantity for a very specific reason, because it is 200 of 200 and no more in the vaults. That's everything we've got. So today we are live launching, but we are going to give you a pre-order event as well. We are going to open the phone lines now for pre-order. If you want brand new, and I'm going to put it straight out there, and I'm not going to dawdle on this, we're going under £20 for a live launch. We're going under 20. That's why if you want to get involved, you can get involved right now to pre-order your very own natural jacinth zircon, and it's coming yours. It's coming yours at 8 p.m. live, but you can pre-order under £20 price guarantee, and you can get involved right now on the phone lines to pre-order on the web at JewelleryMaker.com. This is it. Lots and lots to fit in this first hour, including last of stock seed beads. Ooh, a plethora of colour, a luxury of different sizes, different shapes and must-haves. All of these are last of stock. They're end of line. That means that potentially we're going to squeeze those prices and give you those extra special bundle deals. So those are coming up in the next maybe about 25 minutes. We'll kick off with that. There's so much to enjoy this Saturday. I mean, it really is going to be jam-packed. If you do want to pre-order on the jacinth, then now is the time to do so. It is busy on the phone lines. Already got reaction on that. For those of you who want to do a bit of research, I would take you to somewhere like perhaps, well, just type in jacinth, Jacinth, jacinth zircon, and you'll see for yourself. The luxury of this opportunity is limited to just 200. That's it. And the thing is that's not 200 buyers, because actually in reality, a lot of people who, when they know that these one-off deals come, often buy 2s and 3s. So if you get, so actually it might be a case of us only selling maybe to 100 people who've multi-purchased 2 or 3s. That's the problem. It's first come, first served, which is why if you want to pre-order, you can do so now under £20. Okay, let's get straight to these big opportunities. Now then, these are all going to be on and gone. These are going to be the way. See, the thing is for those who have not met us before, we are absolutely passionate about giving you those ultimate easy styles to make your jewellery look great. You're creating, but we want to support in the only way we know how, and we are giving you the luxury of this fabulous setting. This is your 925 sterling silver Panzer curb chain. Panzer is the tight linked curb chain, so often there's different varieties of curb chain. Panzer means tight linked, so it means that you've got this really solid quality. Look at that, beautiful quality. Nice solid bolt ring clasp clasp to top off the design as well. And as I say, you know, to get a chain, you can go to your local jeweler shop for that. But here we're designing and we're giving you chains that are perfect for jewellery making. We're giving you that solid quality. We're giving you the luxury. We're giving you that finishing touch as well. All of this, look, 18-inch. And I have to tell you, we are absolutely kicking off the show in style. If you haven't tried us, but you want to give us a go, what about this? £4.95 is all you pay to get started into jewellery making. If you think, but I don't have anything else. Well, the good news is we will, at £4.95, if you're brand new to us, we will send you a welcome pack that gives you loads of support. It introduces you to lots of different ways of getting started. It introduces you by giving you free tools. It gives you bindings and threads. All of that is a free available as you purchase this £4.95 deal if you're buying for the first time from us. Give us a try, and if you know us, if you already know how good we are, then the great thing is this is just a top trump of a start to the show, but plenty more to come that way. Straight on we go to your luxury. Hang on a minute, I'm going to where? Ooh, hang on a minute. Hang on. You want me to go to Maca Moonstone now? Okay. Take a look at this. Very, very, very exciting. Take a look at this. Oh, it's all in the glow. Well, we know what moonstone is, but of course with that beautiful bronze qualities, with those almost, you know, it's almost heading to sunstone. It's got that warmth of palette, hasn't it? It's got that, perhaps it's creams and caramels that you have here. Maca moonstone with your graduated plain rondelles, size-wise 3x2 to 7x3. Nice size range, that, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It is, yeah. You can definitely see all that beautiful phenomena, can't you, in the gemstone when it's that size. It's
and also I think you get, because of the colour, the backdrop of the colour, that mocha tone, it almost intensifies the glow. It gives a little bit more of a drama to it, doesn't it? Really dramatic. Look at that. I mean, we're hardly moving it in the tiniest of movements. You're getting that iridescent glow that we have obviously all fallen in love with this, with your classic moonstone. But now we add the twist. Now it says Indian, which says to me Sri Lankan probably, and that means, you know, some of the world leading locations. Indonesia is renowned for world-class moonstone. You can see that glow. You can see that what people pay for is the glow of moonstone, and you've got it. This is a very special strand, and this is a strand that obviously, you know, given the principles of, we've just done that lovely chain, and we got the chain for £4.95. If you wanted to make a pendant with the moonstone, that means you've got the pendant that you're going to create, just a nice simple classic. And of course, if you are going to get started, simple couple of findings, and you're good to go to make a nice pendant on that chain. Best news about it is that you make the chain and the pendant work together, and you're paying under £15, and that would, what, that including postage and packaging? Yeah, under 16 including postage and packing. Absolutely fantastic. And of course, to make a pendant, you're only going to use maybe 2 or 3 of these, because the size are holding their own. You could do a matching pair of earrings, couldn't you? You know, simple jewellery findings like shepherd hooks would facilitate a very classic drop style to match the drop style of the pendant that was on the chain. I mean, this is one strand that's going to go a long way, and I think that's the one thing that we don't ever want to underestimate. £7.95 is not for one piece of jewellery. £7.95 is this strand, which could make multiple pieces of jewellery. You know, suite of jewellery. And it's not an exaggeration. You could literally make a whole suite of jewellery from a strand like this, couldn't you?
Could. Yeah, because I think when stones are like that and they're so interesting, you don't actually need lots, do you?
No.
So like you say, you could just, even if it was one on a head pin on the chain that you had, that would be lovely.
Yes, I'd agree. And you know, just taking the smaller stones and perhaps putting them in a graduated wristwear piece, taking the larger stones and putting them as a focal point to the pendant and to match a pair of earrings. There's you got your suite, you know. And if you want to do more, you could perhaps charm bracelets, you could add a bit more, you could do what you want. But that one £7.95 is not just for one piece of jewellery. It could be if you wanted it for one piece of jewellery, but it could be so much more as you see fit to your designs. Congratulations if you got that. Okay, let's go to, hello colour. Neon. Now, you know you can't call this gemstone neon unless it's this colour. You know, there is that grading quality in the gem world. And there are specifics, you know, very, very strong specifics. It's a little bit like how you grade canary diamonds. You could only call it canary if it has a certain level of intensity and saturation of colour. And that's the same with this gemstone. It can only be classified as neon because it is neon. It is vibrant. But I have to say, there's some good news and there's some bad news. The good news is this is neon. The bad news is, but I've I've only got a handful of this strand left. It is going to be first come, first served. Genuine wow factor colour here. $12.95 was the price tag this came to wear and launched, and sold at a significant quantity at $12.95, but not today. Last of stock, very final event. What?
Goodness me. See, I thought that first price was amazing.
Wow, I thought exactly that. I was thinking I'm comfortable at 17. See, that was what I was thinking it was going to go to.
Yeah.
I was thinking $17.95. We went to $12.95, but no, that's not the price you're paying. $7.95. Live web comment, simple as that. Wow, stunning. See, is that about? I think that may be about you, or is it about the gen? We just who knows. Oh, says Angela in Hampshire. And Angela says, "Oh, good evening, Vicky. It's been ages since we've been on here. See, we've been here, or I've been on here. Yeah, I haven't been. It's not been that long. I've been with. We were last. Was it? No. Was it last week? 2 weeks ago? It's because you miss me so much, wasn't it? You just miss me when I'm not here. That's it. Stony silence. £7.95 is all you pay for this fantastic colour. You know, this is the colour that if you say neon to somebody, they have an expectation. This gemstone matches the expectation. It probably surpasses the expectation of what neon is. This is the real deal. Absolutely fabulous. Well, let's go to... Whoa. Yeah.
Oh, I love this strand.
I mean, cut to perfect. How many? Ooh, okay, sorry to interrupt. I just need to let you know that nearly a quarter of the stock has already been allocated on your jacinth zircon. Nearly a quarter of the stock already. Because I said it was going under 20. I mean, everybody's just gone absolutely crazy. All right then. I mean, that's the craziness of these. The pre-order, brand new world launch, never been seen before. After 13 years, I've never presented this gemstone before, so that's how exciting it is for me. And I know the reaction, nearly a quarter of the stock already allocated. I have to watch the clock, mind. If that's where it's ticking over and that's 15 minutes in, I mean, we were meant to put this live to air at 8 p.m, but if it gets to limited stock, we'll have to keep an eye on that, mind. I don't want to leave. We have to do a live show with a decent quantity. I can't, right. Keep an eye on that one. Keep an eye. Ooh, I don't want to sell out and then not have done it as a live deal. Oh no, that gives me a little bit of a goosebumpy. Can't do that. No. Note to self, don't do that live on television again. It's not an attractive face. I remember sitting on a tube talking to a friend, and I said to him, and he went, "What have you just done?" And I just went, and he went, "No, you didn't do that. You just did a horse impression." And he said, and this is my very good friend, he just went, "Can I just put it out there, friend to friend, don't do that again. That's an ugly face."
Charming.
I know, but I quite like friends that can give me like the guarantee that they'll protect me from looking, you know, if you're looking dodge, I'm going to tell you you're looking dodge. I think that's friendship, isn't it? You've got here nothing other than looking gorgeous. This is the perfection of world-class craftsmanship. Those of you that don't know, what we try to do is source not just world-class gemstones, but to get that high elevation of lapidary skill that brings out the resulting qualities that you're seeing here. And obviously, you can only create world-class look if you've got the ingredients. But here, you've got that distinction. If I just, that close-up, that's what we need. That close-up is exactly what shows you that deliverance of craftsmanship. Look at how open and clear this gemstone. No wonder you love this, Claire. This is absolutely amazing.
I remember, to me, that is a memorable strand. You know, it's so stunning.
Yes.
Everything about it is perfect. It's beautiful.
And I have to say, when you start to, if you think of what £12.95 is, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, you're getting 20 of this world-class look. 20, not one, or, when you go to like some hobby and crafting shops, what you can do is they get these little tubs. Now they're normally, they're certainly not probably faceted at this distinction, but there might be some amethyst there, but you pick up one for one price tag. You don't pick up a strand of 20 and go, I tell you what, that's going to cost me $12.90. You don't walk in and say $12.95 for 20.
See, I think with that quality of cut and that and the gemstone like that, that's how you'd expect to see. It's like you can imagine like opening up a parcel of them rather than it being on a strand like that and you seeing so many.
But often that is how it's dealed. That's often how you buy it.
Yeah.
You buy it in a parcel where quite simply you maybe get 50 displayed in front of you, and of those 50 what you literally do is you go like this, yes, no, and that's how it often works.
Yeah.
They're individually assessed. That's the quality that you have there, and that's £12.95. I don't think even half of the quantity should be £12.95. You've got 20 of those beauties. Absolutely amazing. Okay, straight on to now, apparently the first chain on and gone, obviously sold out, and rightly so. Now this is chain and a half, mind. Is this classified as mirrored chain?
Yes, yeah.
Has to be mirrored chain, is it? Right, so for many, many years, I used to love silver, but I never knew why, right? Interestingly enough, when I did a little bit of research, see, I'm a bit of a magpie. Don't wear I don't wear really sparkly things, but I love shimmering things. I love things that catch the light. Really love that, right? Silver was used as a layer for mirrors because its reflective quality, it's so high in reflective qualities that it was used literally as layers for mirrors. And you can almost see that mirroring, that light effect bouncing, because this is your mirrored chain. Look at it. Oh my, that is gorgeous, isn't it? That's absolutely fab. I see the thing is that if you had, again, it's a little bit like with the last strand. If you had half of that size or half that reflective quality, you'd still love it. But because you're getting so much, and I have to say so much for so little, it's just such an impressive opportunity. Boring clasp finishes off the design. So nice solid clasp that you're getting here. I'm just going to put it up against the neckline so you can see where it belongs. And the thing is, in some ways, this is ready to wear. We don't need to do a lot. We'll just pull my earpiece out. But you can see there, look at that.
Gorgeous.
But if you were going to do...
You can see the reflect as it's like coming off your skin. It's lovely.
But if you were going to do this as the foundations to a design, you could be inspired by the reflections, couldn't you? You could really embrace that.
Like when we do the sterling silver, the sheet that we do,
yes.
you could make your own pendants with a really, really lovely high sheen.
Gloss.
Yeah,
exactly.
that'd be perfect.
Now I'm just going to let you know we only have 40 of these in stock, 42 to be precise. I'll give you the precision. 42 available, and your price tag. Now, if you think about it, what a traditional slender curb chain costs you on the high street, you can spend £10 and it might be silver plated, and it wouldn't be this kind of decorative impact of so much detail. And of course, the mirror chain just intensifies the drama on the neckline. So if you do want to add something interesting to the pendant, if you want to add something as maybe even charms around the neckline, you could do that, and you've got, look at that, and all for just £7.95. Absolutely dazzling. There's not going to be 40 left in the vault by the end of this deal. You know that, don't you? This is going to be another one of those on and gone opportunities. See it, like it, go for it. And of course, great news is that we do offer you a 30-day money-back guarantee. Now that's 30 days for me. I'm a price researcher. I'm somebody who likes to know I've got great value. So I actually, if I buy something like this, I'd naturally either go on the web or I'd go out on the high street and I'd try and find something. But you only have to go for like. I have to say, sometimes I get people going, oh, I found something better. And then you look at it and go, but that's silver coloured and we're doing sterling silver. So you can't compare something that looks similar but isn't the same principles of ingredients. We are obviously always striving for world-class qualities, and therefore we expect if you're going to price compare, then you have to do it with the same quality of ingredients. And that's something that I really you know, for me is very important, especially when you're looking at how much gram weight. You've got 4 grams of sterling silver. That's a lot of silver. Therefore, you've got to price compare 4 grams, mirrored chain, because the details, obviously, you pay for the chain itself, for the detail. All of that needs to be taken on board. So congratulations, you got that. Okay, straight on we go to, oh, hi. Now, you know that mirrored chain, and you were saying you kind of would reflect that.
Yes.
Reflect it with a gemstone.
Oh.
Yeah. Luster. You know, the thing is that with that type of chain, because it's so reflective, you'd have to have something that had that same kind of drama to it. Well, this is a gemstone that certainly could offer that kind of charismatic quality. That's incredible. Look at this, how the light is bouncing off the surface. Now, this is going to be probably for most, the first time that you see this, and potentially the last time you see it. If the price that I'm being told is the price that we're, right, it is going to be on and gone deal. 90 carats of your luxury faceted rounds there. These are 6 mil. And obviously, again, going back to the idea of what kind of jewellery you can make. I mean, this is a classic size and an easy wear bracelet. All you need is a single, charm?
Yeah.
You don't need a lot, do you?
No, I think that'd be lovely. A sterling silver charm would be really, really nice.
Breakups with some jump rings, you know, that you get, especially if you're just getting started with us. If you're getting started, you know, you get a find. Oh, really? I've just been told that everybody so far who has purchased has bought 2 of these strands.
Wow.
That's the reason why. Because it's just £3. Now it's brand new and it's £3.95 for 90 carats of your faceted qualities, luxury, and 6 mil is a go-to size. A little bit like when we talk to you about your wire, what's your go-to wires that you like to work with in your wire designs. You know, when you're working with gemstones, there are go-to sizes, and the 6 mil round is a really workable size, isn't it?
You can see it on your wrist how lovely it looks and what a nice size that is. But I mean, I said like sterling silver charm, but I mean at that sort of price, you know, if you wanted to work with your plated metals, you know, your jump rings or the charms that we do, you know, that would be, you know, that would equally be as nice, wouldn't it?
Well, the thing is, if you put it into perspective, you know, stretchy bracelet like that, you could probably make 2, maybe 3, perhaps if you do 2 bracelets and a couple of pairs of drop earrings, and you're playing with just the finest pack that you get perhaps in the welcome pack, you know, you're literally looking at maybe 4, 5 pieces of jewellery from a strand that's cost you £3.95, but also the introduction of making jewellery. You know, just to use something that is, you know, genuine gemstones. You know, we're not talking, you know, your beads of plastic or any of that. These are genuine gemstones. So the luxury of working with genuine gemstones is fabulous. But actually, the nicest part about it is that also that you have that freedom, especially on a strand like this, where perhaps you make a piece for yourself and then you have the pleasure, and it is pleasure to make for others. My daughter went out to a birthday party today, and she came downstairs and she was all dressed, you know, she's going off ice skating with some friends. I know, how lush is that? And she came downstairs and she'd made a necklace for herself a few weeks ago when her friends had come around, and she'd made this necklace. And she came down, she just with so much pride, she said, "Mummy, can I wear this today?" And I was like, yeah. And how good is that going to be? That you're going to see your friends and they're probably going to go, "Oh, that's nice." And she gets that moment to go, "Oh, I made this." You know yourself, you know, it doesn't matter whether you're 9, like my daughter, or whether you're 40 like me, to take pride in saying, I made it. And it's only cost you, what, £3.95 to make something that could have that, like, that. And it's the start point, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's just getting started and feeling that. I think it's a confidence thing, certainly for somebody like me who's not naturally crafty. I need confidence, and so... But
that strand would absolutely give you confidence as well, because it's beautiful, and it's going to be very, very easy to use, size-wise. The drill hole is going to be great. It's a lovely sort of backdrop, isn't it? That if you wanted to add things to it, or just have it on its own, and be very on trend, and look in, you know, look in the shops, and it's very now, isn't it?
Absolutely, but then the pleasure is that you've made it, and you know, buy 2 of these strands. Perhaps you make plated jewellery for yourself, and then you've got one almost in your back pocket, ready to go. If somebody says that's nice, and you go, "I made it," and in that moment, 9/10 of the time, if I've said I've made it, somebody goes, "Oh, could you make me one then?" That's it. The answer is yes if you bought 2 of those strands. Congratulations if you got that. I think that's fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Let's go straight to for now. One of my favourite things at the moment is my rose gold collection. I love wearing my rose gold. It's my go-to at the moment. And I think in some ways it's because I think rose gold is like silver in some ways, because it's so wearable, it's so easy to wear, but I feel like it just gives an elevated finish to my outfit, to the way that I look. And this, well, this is elevated because it's heart shape chain. So it's not just your rose gold finish, but it's rose gold heart chain. So again, if you wanted to do, say, maybe a multi-strand bracelet, 4 or 5 of these links, just draped down the wrist, you know, that would be absolutely gorgeous. But the detail would not just be in the rose gold, but it'd be in the heart links as well. See, I've actually purchased a 5-strand bracelet of just sterling silver just the other day, and I have to say, absolutely love it. But I think if it had been in the rose gold, well, I'd just not take it off, because that, and you could do that with this, because you're getting so much. Now look, you're going to get 10 meters. So if you put that into perspective, 10 meters, if I'm going to make a bracelet, that's maybe 5 strands of this, 4, 5. Okay, that's how it's going to look. I'll show you like this. And you're just going to perhaps use it one single clasp, and you're just going to work it like that. So it's going to look like this. So that's 5 strands. Look how gorgeous that looks.
That's lovely.
And again, right on trend. I mean, these kind of multi-chain bracelets are so on trend at the moment.
Yeah, they really are.
Now, if I take that one look, and I'm just going to see how long that is, how much I'd need. I reckon that's a metre. Yeah, it is. How funny is that? It's exactly a metre. So that, I could make 10 of those kind of chains. Now, going back to the idea of you wearing it, 9/10 of the time, I'm pretty sure that most people say when they wear the jewellery, it's the best advertising. For that moment, for somebody to say, that's gorgeous, can you make me one? Yes, because you can make 10 of these luxury bracelets, 10 of them. And if you think about it, that means £1.49, yeah, £1.50 for each metre. That means each bracelet that you're making that look that good, I'll show you again, each one of those bracelets that's going to look this good, right, £1.50. You can't go to a jeweller's shop, you can't go to a costume jewellery shop with £1.50 and walk. In fact, I know you can't, because, you know, I've been doing it recently in a little bit of research time, and I mean, you just can't find, you know, £1.50 does not get you costume jewellery these days.
Not at all, no.
And if you think about £1.50 could be, look at how gorgeous that looks. Does that look like a £1.50 item? And obviously that's £1.50 for the main chain. You'd need just a simple clasp to finish it all off. And that's it, isn't it?
I think I'd be tempted as well, because you've got that much. You know, you've got a little bit in your hand there as well, haven't you?
I have.
Say if you took that little section there and you cut it up, you know, with working with your Swarovski Cerulean, and just embed them in there. So you'd lose a heart per link. But that would be lovely.
That would be
embedded
gorgeous
in the Cerulean. Really nice.
See, I was just thinking, there's so much potential, because it's 10 meters. There's so much opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, you could break it down in that you could make 10 bracelets, but you could actually break it down and you can make, you know, 5 necklaces, or you could. There's so much potential, because you have got that on and on and on availability. Congratulations if you got that. Absolutely fabulous. Oh, it's time. Can we have a siren or something before we get started, so everybody knows that this is not a normal deal? The ship is in. The ship is in. This is it. It's your first lucky deal of the night. Ooh! I like that a lot. That's brilliant. It's your St. Patrick's Day lucky deal. Now, obviously, we just wanted to tip our hat to St. Patrick's Day, and we just wanted to do something fun, something very Jewellery Maker, and therefore we decided that if you got involved in this deal, that you will automatically, now this is very clear, automatically entered into the prize draw. And if your name is pulled out of the prize draw and you have to have purchased this deal, what do you win? A lucky bag of gemstones. Ooh. Ooh, yes, you're going to get a bead scoop, and it is a full. I've done it myself, and I have rammed the bag full of beads. Right, that is seriously rammed. So you are going to get a full bag of gemstones. So this is going to be somebody's lucky day, and we're going to give this away free to one person who gets involved into this here deal. Now this is the deal. The deal is pretty spectacular. You've got a fruity combination of colours, beautiful arrangement. See, these are just such great go-to colours, not just to work together, but actually in contrast. Gold findings, rose gold findings will just blend beautifully that you have in this gorgeous complement. And you are going to get all of the different variants. Now the sizes of these, my info hasn't come up, so I'm going to have to ask the guys to give me the exact info. So you have here a great combination of, I'm presuming they're 15s, and I'm guessing that these are bright pinks are 11s, reds are 8s, and then we have 2 11s again. You've got all of this combination, and you have it all for one price tag. And of course, as I say, the nice thing is that I'm sure you want this deal anyway, because it's one of our very special seed bead deals. However, if you get involved in this, you may also be winning your very own lucky deal. Ooh! Yes, yes, yes. If only it was St. Patrick's Day every day for us to have this kind of fun. We have got a very special opportunity. This is your Berrylicious seed bead combination. Yes, I say you have your Miyuki Delicate Matte Transparent Mauve seed beads in the 11s, your Miyuki Duracoat Galvanized Hot Pink seed beads in 11s, and then you also have your Miyuki Lilac Gold Luster seed beads in 11s, and then to final off, you've got your Duracoat Opaque Dyed seed beads, and those are your reds that are 8s. So you've got 3 lots of your 11s, which are here, and then you've got 1 lot of your 8s. All of this absolutely fly now already. Sally and Karen, and congratulations to you. I've got Sandra and Helen and Chris and Emma and Linda. If you're on the phone lines are just coming through now, you can see there. So that was all web buyers, and then instantly phone buyers just start to come through. If you're on the phone, stay on the lines. We'll process your call as fast as we possibly can. It is a free phone number that you're dialing. It's very, very busy. And of course, don't forget, everybody's automatically entered into the prize draw. It's your St. Patrick's Day lucky deal. Ooh! You're not going to get bored of that yet, are you? Yet. There's a whole night to look forward to with this. Oh yes, 65 chances. It seems like quite a lot, that, doesn't it? But it's not. It's just not going to be enough. But of those people who get involved, good luck to you, and fingers crossed that you will be chosen. We will let you know who wins our lucky dip deals. We will let you know in the 9 o'clock hour. So you need to be watching at 9 o'clock. If you bought this, we can only let you know in the 9 o'clock hour, because obviously we need time to process. So for those of you who want to tune in, 9 o'clock hour, we will be revealing who's the winner of our lucky dip deal. Oh, it's very exciting. £17.95. Congratulations to Tina, to Sharon, to Mary. Now at every half past, what does Angela say? Yay! Says Angela. Every half past, so 7:30, 8:30 and 9:30, we will be revealing our lucky deal. So we're going to do it. We're going to do another lucky deal at 7:30 and 8:30. And what does it? Deborah says, "Oh, Vix, of course we miss you. You always did the trade shows and all the silly dressing up shows. Miss you. Come back." Well, to be honest, I haven't gone anywhere. I just kind of trickle in and trickle out of the building. Thing is that we haven't done a dress-up show for ages, like ages and ages. What's this say? What does Darren say? "Hi Vicky, have you changed your hair colour? Looks very nice too." I thought that said, "Have you changed your hair colour number?" I'm like, does he know that I've changed the hair dye that I buy from the shops? Does he know that I've changed the number? I actually read that like that. This is 9A. I was on 9C. Have I changed? To be honest, accidentally, yes. but it was totally accidental. Totally accidental. I came downstairs and my husband went, and I thought, oh, something's obviously changed. Didn't know at all. Just didn't have a clue. Hey, I'm easy, I'm free.
Well, it looks lovely. It's very nice.
You have to say that because it's there now. Obviously, when I change it to something else.
I mean, like, it looks lovely.
Yeah,
very
and
nice.
that last colour, that was. I'm sorry, it just looked dreadful. Still on the phone lines, congratulations. As I say, join us. Now listen guys, is it worth us telling everybody to join us from 9:30 tonight to let them know who's won their free prize drive? Right, so obviously we're going to do 7:30, 8:30 and 9:30 with our St Patrick's tip the hat at St Patrick's Day. So from 9:30 we'll hopefully be able to reveal who's the winners of each of the half-past deals. Okay, so if you want to find out if you were the lucky winner, then you need to tune in from 9:30 this evening. To be honest, you're not going to want to look weird because don't forget, we are launching live premiere. 13 years I've been in the gem trade and I've never seen this gemstone in a natural colour. We're doing it tonight. This is your Jack Inth natural zircon and you have got it available pre-order now under £20, under 20. When we were chatting about it, we're all like really excited about it and literally like some kind of like just stealth, and Becca just went, oh, and it's gone under 20. And it was like this set, you what? We're doing a premiere and we're going under 20. Well, we're gonna, yeah, 120. So if you want it, guaranteed under 20, live launch deal at 8 p.m. We need to watch the quantity though, because already quarter of the stock's already gone. Quarter of the stock's already allocated on that. Right, let's go. Ooh, this is nice. That's nice.
With the is it turquoise tomorrow? They would look nice with that.
Yes,
wouldn't they?
with the morning show deal of the day.
I
think it is. I think you're right. That colour, that's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what that makes me feel like? It makes me feel hopeful that there's going to be a spring and summer.
Oh, do you think so?
I drove through a proper snowstorm today, driving up, and I was thinking, so I watched the weather report first thing this morning, and it said, so it's going to be okay, and then this evening it's going to get a little bit dodgy, and literally, they showed, and it's my journey from Birmingham to my house in Hampshire, it's just one long tunnel of snow, and that was all it was. Oh. I was like, come on, that can't be fair. But I'm thinking hopeful about summer. I'm thinking that is summertime colour. Yeah. Oh, that was a rubbish pop.
That was
a better pop, wasn't it? That was better.
Yeah.
At £12, I like almost congratulate myself in my head. Oh, well done there. £12.95 is all you pay. Final chances to up. The colours are fabulous. You've got there your matte in your orange. I'll quickly tell you what you have. I can't because it's gone now. But you've got some great seed beads there. Let's go. Oh, and I have, but they're right over there, so I'm going to grab them in a second. Some gorgeous gold combos. Now, if you've just got the orange, I'd get the gold. Gold. Said that very northern, didn't I? Oh, thanks, chick.
That's all right.
I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to get this back. If you've just got the oranges, those like coral colours, I'm going to just put the orange with the gold. See, that would look very, very... I can imagine... Shall we go to Marbella?
Oh, yes, please.
With a strawberry daiquiri?
Oh, yes,
right?
Please.
And, like, obviously, in my mind, like, we're going to be wearing these lovely, like, these girls, when I went to Marbella last year, I love people watching, right? I literally lie on a, like, cabana just watching the world go by. I love it, right? Obviously, daiquiri in the hand, right? But people, these days, they wear these lovely swimming costumes and then they wear these like things over the top. They're like gauzy things, right? Do you know, like, I don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
What are they called?
They're like
kimonos.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. And then like they walk and they flounce and the kimono flies and that's the jewellery that you need to be wearing.
Is that going to be us, is it?
That's going to be us.
Ah, I like it.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Right? I've got it. It's nice swimsuit, right? Pull in the bits that need to be pulled in. Lift up the bits that no longer have a lift. Come with there come all
It's
other
sounding
bits.
quite structured now.
Yeah.
Then.
That's what I'm looking for. And then I've got jewellery. I've got the jewellery. Are you up for it?
Yeah, I'm definitely up for it. Yeah.
Oh, do you like a bit strawberry daiquiri action?
I do.
Do you?
I do.
Ah, good. Then we're definitely going to Marbella. Woo-hoo. But this is your Marbella jewellery, isn't it? This is that summertime colour, that gorgeous look. So you've got your bright corals and oranges, and then you've got your golds against it. Absolutely glorious. The combination here, before we sell out, 15s in your Duracoat galvanised gold seed beads. You've also got 15s in your silver lined gold seed beads. Those are the larger ones. The smaller ones, pardon. And then you've got your 11s in your galvanised yellow gold seed beads, and then you've got your 6s, which are your large ones, which are these ones, and these are your galvanised yellow gold seed beads. All of this for $9.95. I like that price tag because I am thinking that this is, I mean, obviously we've done that deal and that on and gone at $12.95, but this is the kind of seed bead combination, the golds, are just, they're staples, they're essentials, they're the kind of go-tos, aren't they? And whatever you've got so far, for example, if I bring back the reds that we just did, if I bring back the reds, can you see how the gold is just going to work beautifully alongside it? The gold's a real good, like, filler colour, isn't it? Especially if you're working with gold wire like we've got coming up in our first kit. You know, the gold wire, then you've got obviously like the Swarovskis, and you could use those as just almost like additional like luxury finishing touches, couldn't you?
I'm pretty sure I've got those now in my, because you know I always keep my, the different spacers.
Yes, your spacers.
For my wire work. I'm pretty sure it's one of those that I've got,
got
in there now.
I'm not surprised actually.
Yeah, because they're really useful.
And I think the thing is that that's the word for them, is that obviously you can use them very specifically for seed beading, but actually they're really useful spacers as well, aren't they?
Yeah, and for wire work,
wire working,
like that.
decorative, exactly. Yeah. And obviously things like, you know, you can do things like, what's it called, shibori, and just adding that beautiful golden flare to a nice silk ribbon. You've got all of that. And you've got the deal for $9.95. You know, and if we are talking about movie glamour, if we talk about that for a second, I mean that gold's that glamorous edition, isn't it? Little black dress or little black swimming costume, as we've got in mind. And congratulations if you've got those. Right. Oh, I'm going right over the cut. Hang on. Now, are we going to stick with the idea of going on holiday?
Yeah,
I think we should
do that.
You know. We may as well dream it because I haven't got anything booked at the moment. I'm having withdrawal. I've got nothing booked, no holidays booked at all. Talking about it, but no time to even think about where we're going to go. And so, you know, I need to just think. Maybe I'm having like withdrawal symptoms of not having a plan. Don't like not having a plan. Like to have a plan, me. Don't have a plan at the moment. Can you tell that I've got a bit of an issue with it? So, just to let you know, I don't have a plan, and I don't like to have. Right. This is then taking you again. Oh no, look at the quantity. That's not going to be enough, is it? Now, not with tillers. Now, tillers, they're the square duo shape. Now, let me just show you. For those who don't know what tillers are, they're literally like tiles. And I think tiller does mean tile, doesn't it? And they look like a flat tile, but they're rounded and they've got a double drill hole. Can you see that? Okay, so they work wonderfully for things like peyote, because with peyote you can build almost like a brick wall with peyote, so they stack wonderfully together, but then they can offset each other as well. And if you wanted to offset, you could perhaps offset it with the white. Ooh, see, I like that combination. Do you like that colour combination?
I'd put that with the gold as well that you have.
Yes, add in some gold. But the thing is that then you've got the reds, and if you wanted to go red and white, which could go nice with, or if you wanted to add some of the smaller, now these are the smaller tillers. Let me take you through exactly what you're getting. You're getting your red tillers, which are the 5x5s, and then you've got the lighter amethyst gold lustres, which are 5s, and then you've got 5x2s in the tiller silk pale. Those are the 5x2s, and then you've got your whites, which are again the same as the 5x5s. Now these are just not touching the sides in terms of, now obviously these are going to be more expensive because obviously the tillers, they're the larger and they fill the space much quicker, so a lot of people like them because it's seed beading. Sometimes if you use smaller ones it takes a long time. Now the detail's amazing, but it does take a long time. With tillers, you create the detail, but it doesn't take as much because the size of the seeds, the beads are a little bit more generous. And so they do create a wonderful network. I could play with these colours wonderfully. I could really see some really nice textured combinations of real reds and whites. I mean, great for Christmas. It's that, you know, when we're in March, but in the same sense, those red and whites would look great in that type of design. 50, but then again, it is snowing, so perhaps it's not so inappropriate. £15.95 is all you pay. This is your 4-pack of the tillers combined. You have three lots of your 5x5s and 1 lot with those gorgeous light lemon tones of your 5x2s in the double drill hole tillers. £15.95 final price tag to take home on this one. Final chances as well, last of stock offerings. This is going to be another sellout deal, literally on and gone. For those of you who are on the phone lines holding, please do stay on the lines. We're not just processing calls for these deals, we're also processing pre-orders, because we've got a lot of people pre-ordering for obviously the big launch today. It's a world launch. Now, I did let everybody know at the very beginning. We've had a couple of messages because people obviously are picking up at the different times of the show. It's 8 p.m. the live deal. It's brand new and there is only 200, full stop. Now, we haven't had any kind of messaging from our buying team to say this is anything other than a one-off deal. Normally we get told that there's a range or a collection that we've purchased of a variety of these gemstones. We don't have that, so we haven't been given that information. So all we know is that what we've got tonight is what we've got, full stop. So in the vaults right now, all I can access is this one deal and this one offer. So if you do want to pre-order, it's your Jacinth natural zircon, and it's coming your way in around about, well, if time allows, an hour and a bit's time. But it actually, you know, based on the quantity, it is first come, first served, obviously. Right, we have got for you, let me just do some tidying up. In fact, I'm going to do that. We're going to go to sorry, I'm pulling a face because I've just been told the quantity. Okay, there's only 17 available. These are obviously end-of-line opportunities. These are last-of-stock combinations. So if you do want to join us, you're going to have to be, I think probably, you're going to have to be faster than you've ever. You've got 8 chances left, and that's all we've got. Before we even put the price in, we've got 7 chances left. 6 chances left. This is your mini duos combination. Let me quickly say to you, mini duo crystal white lined 2x4s. These are those are your 8s. And then you've got your mini duo jet white iris mats. Those are 2x4s. Those are 8s. Pastel snow white beads, those are 8s, and Rosalind Aurora Borealis matte 2-hole seed beads, those are 2x4s, those are 8s. Okay, all of those together for just £12.95. Congratulations, absolutely spectacular. Just stay on the lines, please stay on the phone lines, and we'll process your call as fast as we possibly can. If you're joining us on the web, so far on all of these deals, if you haven't checked out, you've lost out. So everything we're looking here, we are seeing sellout deals. So please do make sure if you put in your baskets that you check out your baskets tonight so you don't miss out. Okay, let's go to the next deal. Now the next deal is, this would go lovely with this combo. Sorry about my squeaky chair. If you're hearing squeaks, it's not my bones. You can hear it there. Okay, take a look. So this was your, obviously the sellout deal that we've already done, and I just wanted to show they do go very nicely together, don't they? They could be very complementary. Okay, your combo here that you have is your half tillers. It's your last of stock, so you've got your pale pink crystals and your white opaque orange. So let me tell you exactly what you've got. You've got your 5 mils, which are your larger tillers, and those are coming in at your half tiller seed beads. Apparently they're 5x2s again, do beg your pardon. Those are your crystals, and then you've got your matte opaque orange, and then you've got your pale silk light pink seeds, and they're all 5x2s in your half tillers. Lovely complement. I mean, that's very bridal, isn't it? That's very much about, you know, you can almost imagine a bridal party just having that quality. Maybe mixing in some Aurora Borealis in there just to give a little bit of a shade. Yeah. I mean, I would be inclined to perhaps bring in a little bit of a blue or something like that, or maybe even a silver. Do you like that Oh, that would look nice, wouldn't it? Now, the bundle that I'm showing you these large tubes from, they're going to be after the break. So you have got another sellout deal still to come, but that's coming after the break. So you need to keep watching for that one. And then, of course, don't forget, in half an hour's time, we've got our next tip of the hat to obviously St. Patrick's Day. And we are going to give you a lucky deal, and that's happening at 7:30. Right. Take this deal. We've only got 10 left. Only 10 left. £12.95 is all you pay. £12.95 is all you pay. Hold those phone lines for me. This is another sellout deal, another on and gone opportunity. Hold the lines for me. Please do hold the lines. Right. Everybody's asking to see, because we've never shown anything like it before. We've talked about obviously these high grade natural zircons, but we've never seen them before. Everybody is literally on tenterhooks. Now, I haven't even shown you, and I can tell you, over a quarter of the stock's already allocated. This is before people even see it. I've got people who have ordered it. Now, I don't know about you, but that makes me incredibly proud, because it means that you trust us. And something about this deal, I am 100% going to deliver. And I think in some ways, we're going to say, yeah, do trust us, because actually this is the first time. We reckon it's the only time you're going to see it, because it is world launching, and there is only 200 of 200 in the vault. As I say, we normally, if we've got maybe 3 or 4 different lines of a gemstone coming through, we normally get told that. We've not been told that. So all I know is this strand is it. So please do make the most of this. Take a deep breath and take a look at your next world premiere gemstone. Oh, isn't it gorgeous? So this is your natural jacinth zircon, natural. Now that's the word that's really important to this, first of all, because normally when you talk about zircon, there really are only 1 or 2 colours that come from the ground. Do you know what those colours are? Naturally, blue or whitish yellow. So when you get natural, guaranteed, certified, I've actually gone and I've checked our lab tests on this, because I was saying to the team, right, we need to make sure, because this is so difficult to come by. I've gone through all of the lab test reports. I guarantee I've seen they are natural zircons of this jacinth colour, and that's what makes this really exciting. It is going to be, and I am probably more bowled over by anything, is that I'm going to guarantee under £20 is the price tag. Under £20. I mean, that makes me literally my voice quiver, because I just keep on thinking, £30, £50, what could we do? Under 20. It's going to be, in my mind, a sellout deal, brand new launch, and available for pre-order, right now on the phone lines, available for pre-order on the web, and you could do so right now to guarantee. Now, the thing is, with these kind of offers, what I will say to you is that, obviously I've told you that I've got 200 to allocate. I am not expecting to have 200 buyers, because I can tell you now, there will be more people who multi-purchase this than there will be people single purchase, because it is so difficult for us to even anticipate anything like this coming naturally into our vaults. So with that in mind, I can tell you, what kind of quantity are we looking at now? Wow. Okay, we're getting closer to half the stock now allocated. We're getting closer to half the stock. I can't say a quarter of the stock, because it's actually, that works out as, that's over a third of the stock. Okay, over a third of the stock. We're heading towards half the stock allocated. So if you do want to pre-order on this one, pre-order now. We anticipate a live show sellout, and it's available for pre-order. While it's there, get hold of it under £20. More to come, including the seed beads, straight after this.
Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to book towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our 30-day money-back guarantee.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewellerymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Welcome to Jewellery Maker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and the Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend $4.95 with us, you'll get a free welcome pack which contains everything you need to get started, including step-by-step project cards and a DVD which will give you the chance to be able to create an arrangement of different items of jewellery. You'll also get a manual which will help to familiarise you with all the items you're going to be creating and all the tools you're going to need to do so. Plus you'll also get a free pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier, so why not give it a go today?
Did you know, no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just £2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for £4.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Oh,
Hi. Hey.
that was amazing.
Thank you.
That really was.
We have got an amazing treat to kickstart this next hour. Now, obviously, I don't know whether you can see it, but it is here. We're just going to tip our hat, doff our hat, I think it's called, isn't it? To St. Patrick's Day. That's in half an hour's time when we do our lucky deal.
Woo!
All right then.
Sorry, that's too late. I was
Yeah,
thinking about something
I
else.
can't think of what you were thinking of. We have got for you lots to fit in before that though. And of that, take a look at this combination. So, you've got a combination of your luxury seed beads. So you've got, let's have a look, you've got your blue-grey seed beads, which are 11s, and then you've got your dark coral. These are lined crystals in the Aurora Boreas finish. I really like that because the Aurora Boreas, you can feel the colour, it's just it really maxes out the pinks, doesn't it? I really love that shade. And then you've got your light blue seed beads, those are 11s, and then you've got your silver lined crystal seed beads in 11s. So you've got a real go-to combination, complementary as well to each other, but working individually or mixing and matching. You know, you could really get some nice mixes going on, couldn't you? You know, work like that, and then actually you could go for just the silvers together, or you could actually go for, you know, there's so many different, in just that complement of colours, there's so many different pieces of jewellery you could be making. Or different influences to other jewellery that you've got. You know, we've got some fantastic centerpieces from our luxury cocktail ring kit, and what would be nice actually is with, you see some of those colours, you could almost play with those colours and mix them in alongside some of the other designs, couldn't you? Now obviously again, these are last of stock. It is a hugely very popular deal, but at the same time, in the break, we've just had a phone call from our call centre who have said that it is very, very busy this evening for the pre-orders of our natural jack-in zircon. So if you are holding on the lines, please be patient. We are going to process your call. It is a free phone number, so you're investing your time, not your money, on the lines. But that luxury jack-in natural zircon is coming your way in an hour's time for a live show deal. If you would like to pre-order, everybody pays the final price. We've had a couple of questions about that. Everybody will pay the final price, even on pre-order. If you buy it, and I'm guaranteeing under 20, if we go any lower than under 20, under 19, wherever we go, right, everybody pays the final low price. Now, obviously, I am going to be very clear. This is literally going 5 pence under £20. That's it. Right, that is how it is. And I think in some ways, when you know the price tag, you know that everybody's going to pay that price tag. And if you want to pre-order, now's the time to do so. But please also know that obviously at the same time, we're busy on the live show deals as well. So the calls are busy tonight, and we are very patient, very grateful of your patience. Or we are very patient with your gracious. What? Stay on the lines. Or alternatively, of course, you have got the opportunity of joining us at JewelleryMaker.com, where, of course, no queues. All you need to know is that you've got to check out your basket. If you don't check out, you could lose out. And that's certainly not what we want you to do on these deals, especially with this. There's such a nice complement of colours and textures, isn't there?
I would always usually go for pink, but I'm loving these. These are really beautiful.
But this, I see as like almost an accent seed. I can imagine this just breaking up. You know how we had those lovely black agate earlier on?
Yes.
I would use those as my breakup seed.
Yes.
You know, I'd just use those as breaking up the gemstones, just to add a bit of difference in shape and style. That's what I'd use those for. Right, final 4 chances. And I've got 20 people on the phone lines. I've got over 20 people on the web who haven't checked out. So I've got over 40 people for 4 pieces, now two offers. That's going to be a sell-out deal, I think. That my maths is going to be. My maths is going to say, I think that's a sell-out deal. Congratulations if you got that. Okay, now then. I know. Shall I put that on here?
Yes,
because then we can use this camera as well. That would probably be quite handy, wouldn't it? I'm going to do that and just going to go. Ooh. We haven't seen a findings bundle like this for ages. And one of the nicest things about this is that you're not just getting a miniature version. This, for those of you that know me well enough, so many, many years ago, so I've worked here at Jewellery Maker for probably, are we coming up to 8? I keep on getting wrong. Are we coming up to 8 years, right? So I've worked here for probably about 7 3/4 years, something like that. And so I kicked off with the lovely Mark Smith, who's one of our guest designers as well, and Kim. Together as a team, Kim's our producer, we created what was known as the trade show, the Jewellery Maker trade show. And essentially, we had this decision, we had this like kind of bantering about, let's make the bigger quantity, let's make bigger, let's go large. So we did a whole show, and it became quite renowned, really, that we did trade quantities of everything. Instead of doing 1 strand, we'd give you 5 strands. Instead of doing 1 bundle of findings, we give you 5 bundles. Right, this is as close to a trade show deal as I've seen for a very, very, very long time. And perhaps in some ways, I look at it and I go, right, why have we not done more of those? Why are we not doing more of these big bundles? And I take it on board, you know, little brain like, hey, this now clicks away and goes tick, 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 tick. I need to write an email. I need to say we need more of these kind of bundles. Because actually that's what we're great at here at Jewellery Maker, isn't it? We're really good at doing those big trade quantities, giving you more for less. You know, you can go to your local hobby and crafting shop and you can buy, you know, maybe 3 bolt ring clasps. You might buy 5 or 10 of your head pins. You might, shepherd hooks, you get packs of 3 shepherd hooks. But here, we're delivering that mega quantity, but we can deliver it at a lower price tag per minimum unit because it is a trade amount. We're doing bigger bulk quantities. And you've got everything you could want. So you've got the likes of jump rings, which can break up, you know, classic pieces for stretchy bracelets, or of course, but you use them as mechanics to your jewellery. You've got things like shepherd hooks, you've got chain. You've got a metre of chain on each. Now the thing is that the welcome pack, which has now just disappeared. Guys, can you just go and grab me a welcome pack, please? The only thing I wanted to share, if you don't know what these findings are, right, This is a great bundle of the important mechanics of bringing your jewellery together. They're absolutely essential. There's nothing here that you wouldn't classify as an essential to jewellery making, is there?
No, I would say, yeah, all of these.
All across the board.
All of these.
Now, what I'm going to say is if you don't know what they do, don't panic, because the welcome pack comes with a manual, and in that manual, it gives you guidance. It introduces you to all of these findings and what they do. And then in that same welcome pack, you get step-by-step instructions via the project cards that use these findings with some gemstones to make some fantastic jewellery. So you've got that available, you've got that opportunity, and you've got it all here. And for those who are already jewellery making, this is why people buy from us, because we do trade quantities of findings at rock bottom minimum unit pricing. And I think, you know, if you did go to your local crafting shop and you try to buy, you know, what we do at 5, 10 debought ring clasps and four toggle clasps, I think you'd probably be spending £10 to £15 just on that. And then if you started to go with 3, 6, 9, 12, you've got 12 shepherd hooks. How much would you pay for your rose gold finished chain? A metre of chain.
Yeah, yeah.
And you see that 342 findings, of that, one of those findings is a metre of chain. Another one of those findings is another metre of chain. One of those findings is another metre of chain. So you've got so much to play with there. Absolutely amazing. Congratulations. Incredible deal. And now, talking about taking those findings and then making them something special, this is the something special that perhaps would be an instant recognisable piece of jewellery. Instantly recognisable with gemstones. Oh, with the chain.
I think that, yeah. I mean, it would go just as nicely with the yellow gold colour, but yeah, I think that's very nice.
See, the thing is that with amethyst, it's such a well-known gemstone. We've almost walked an acknowledgement. We know that when we're wearing amethyst, people know what we're wearing. You know, on some gemstones, you almost have to teach people what you're wearing. But with amethyst, there is that instant recognition, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love the fact you could use it in a charm bracelet. Maybe with with the side of that link, you could do a nice jingling amethyst charm bracelet. But I think some of these are big enough to do an amethyst ring. That's sizable enough, isn't it? To do a nice, simple. And with some of those seed beads, if you didn't want to do it as a wire ring, you could actually do it with seed beads, couldn't you? And you could actually, you know, you could do that with some of the seed bead deals that we've just done with some of the smaller, maybe the 11s would go very nicely with the
I'm pretty sure
a seed
Deborah
bead.
just done some wire work rings. With,
actually,
not wire work rings, the seed bead rings. Yeah, I'm sure she
and
has.
use a single stone as that focal point, because they are sizable and they've got the quality of colour. You know, you would have to be you would have to make sure this is the quality that you've got to be able to put a gemstone to the heart of a solitaire ring. But this is the What?
Wow.
Well, I could sell amethyst rings for £30, £40, can't I? And the thing is that I love the quality of what £30 or £40 can offer. But I mean, to make your own jewellery, to be able to provide each one of these, look, each one of these as a focal point, and you're looking at a full strand for £3.95, and it is amethyst. You know, it comes, if you want it to, just for 25p, you can get a certificate of authenticity that guarantees that what you're working with is genuine amethyst. And we're going to Zambia, which for many people, I don't know whether you know this, but Zambia is the leading location for amethyst. Brazil has always held a regard, and I guess in tradition, you would say Brazil has got the hold in amethyst, desirability. But actually, for the trade to the present in terms of colour of gemstones, you'd either go to Morocco or you'd go to Zambia to get the hit of colour that you're seeing here, and it is that kick of colour. Absolutely magnificent. £3.95, absolutely storming price tag. Congratulations if you got that one. Straight on.
Oh, wow.
Now that is blue. I mean real blue. Yes, lapis lazuli, and I mean we're talking true blue lapis lazuli, aren't we? You know that true blue, baby, I love you. I used to know all of the actions to Madonna's that song.
Did you?
Yeah, because she did it she was in the back. True love, your heart fits me like a glove. I don't know when that song came out, but I'm going to an 80s disco next week, and I'm wondering, do you think it might be 80s, that song, or do you think it was 90s? Do you think it might be 80s or 90s? Let's take a guess. Let us know. What is it? True. Can you remember that one? True. I'm going to go 80s. I'm going to late 80s. I'm going to say 80. It's like Pop Master. 89. What are you going with? Go on. Go on. Go on. Before
88.
88. You haven't got a clue. I like to say, I don't know. From the album. 86. Ooh. Oh, you were closer.
Was I? Was I? What did I say?
88.
Oh, there we go then.
Yeah. £2.95, but true blue, literally, I love you. That's what this is. It's that true blue that you're going to love to work. Do you see what I did there? I mean, that was
very smooth.
There wasn't it?
Yeah,
I was a proper smooth operator there, wasn't I? There's another song. Smooth operator. Go on, name the date. What
I struggled enough. You have to go first, and then I say one less.
Oh, I couldn't even guess. Smooth operator. Oh, I'm reckoning 84. 84. Ben saying 84.
83.
You're going to go 83? Smooth operator. Yes, that's it. 84! Oh! Ben, thank you very much. Right, straight on. We got, oh, aye. You're there again with that blue. You've got that colour, but this time we're talking neon blue. Not many gemstones are actually neon. In fact, these days, the likes of, well, the reason Peridot tourmaline is so expensive to the gem trade is because it is neon colour. It's got a glow about it. Well, this is probably the only gemstone that can rival Peridot. Doesn't rival it in price for whatever reason, but it does rival it in colour. This is your neon apatite. Absolutely fabulous colour. I mean, look at that one there. Love that. And you see, some of them are darker and some of them are lighter, but that's what reminds you that they're real. You know, it's not a bit of glass that we've painted a colour. These are genuine gemstones. I like the fact that you're getting a differential. I like the fact that you're getting darker to lighter to brighter. Some of them, some are richer, some are... Because that just reminds you that they're genuine. They're not your fakes and synthetics. They are genuine gemstones. And if you do want the proof that they're genuine, then you can get, for 25 pence, a certificate of authenticity that guarantees that they are the real deal. We're going straight under £10 for this combination. Your graduated plain rondelles take you from 5x2 all the way to 9x4 mil. Absolutely magnificent. An amazing treat. Absolutely glorious. Look at that. Ooh, that's gorgeous. An amazing treat. Love it, love it, love it. £9.95 is that. Look at the colour. Would you use them individually? Would you take each one?
I think I would. I think I would, because
well.
if you look at the strands and the fact that they've put the spaces in there, and so that separates them out, doesn't it? So and it really sort of highlights that shape. So I think I would. It
highlights, like, some of them are really Peridot-like, with almost like a golden colour, and then you've got some of the richer tones as well. And you do want to hold it, don't you? Yeah, I think that it's nice to have it separated like that, because you see so much of that surface area on the side, don't you? If it's separated out like that. Love it. £9.95 is all you pay. Congratulations. 58 carats. That's a lot, isn't it? 58 carats. It's a lot. Congratulations. Gorgeous colour. Gorgeous. Right, let's put that one there. Now, we have got a bit of a Brahma of a kid. Now, we've got about 15 minutes. Now, we've promised that at past we will play our St. Patrick's Lucky Deal. Ooh! I'll talk to them in the break, don't worry. We will have a talk in the break about, obviously, enthusiasm and commitment to the ooze. When you go to pantomime, do you do things like, it's behind you? Yeah, well, let's just put yourself in that, and let's try it again. Okay. We've got St. Patrick's Day. Lucky deal! I went a little bit premature there. Just a little bit premature.
Third time lucky.
Third time lucky.
Woo!
You
said lucky.
Right, we have got the lucky deal to come. That's in about 15 minutes, 10 minutes time. We've got guaranteed a big deal that you're going to want to buy anyway, but because we want to doff our hat to St. Patrick's Day and have a little bit of fun, you could be winning. Ooh, yes.
Ooh! That's ready then.
We could be bringing you could be winning, and I did fill these myself. As you can see, I proper filled them with this wonderful lucky gemstone bag. Right, I'm just giving up. Right, just make sure you tune in.
That was a good one.
That was a good one, but seriously, I can't keep up. That is coming your way in around about 10 minutes time now. Literally, we're just ticking down time. We have got, before that though, now this is a pretty special kit.
Yes.
There's a sense of showcasing Swarovski in all of its glory.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, and the fact that it's movie glamour as well, isn't it? And, you know, so these, I think, are pretty statement.
And they are showcasing, first of all, how we can create luxury jewellery for the hand with wire and centre stones. Yeah. But also showcasing variety, because you've got that, each one of the shapes is going to give you something different to work with, isn't it, from the Swarovskis?
Yes, it is.
I'll show you one. I'm obviously just going to put one on at a time so you can see the individuality of each of the Swarovskis in all there. Now, if you saw this on somebody else's hand, I mean, you would be instantly attracted to it. You'd instantly want to know, wow, where, how, ooh, you know, there would be that ooh moment, wouldn't there?
Ooh. See, look how good we are now.
Too good. Just too good, I would suggest. Can I just say that Ben has even put a camera to himself because he's, right, just look. Here it is. So this is Ben has decided every time he does ooh. There you go.
Ooh. Oh, look at that.
Can you have too many Bens? Is there such a thing as too many Bens? No, because we've got a Ben there and then we've got a Ben there. One's enough for us, but take a look. Excellent news.
That's brilliant.
Can't have enough Bens in our life. Straight on, take a look. These are all of the different wow, that looks really expensive. That looks like a champagne quartz.
Yes.
Or even a champagne argyle diamond. The reason I didn't say a diamond straight away is because I was like, I mean, who could afford an argyle diamond of that size?
Yeah, you'd have to have a bodyguard, wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. So that looks very expensive. I'm just going to show you the different varieties. I'm showing you the stones because actually the stones that I'm showing you in each ring that our Claire's made, right, are actually the pieces that you're going to be owning. So it's not like we've just, you know, got a random mix. You're going to get exactly what you can see here that Claire's made. So I'm going to take the next one. Wow.
The colour and the shape is incredible, isn't it?
Oh my life. That's like Marambaya blue. Oh, I mean, there are some serious colours coming out there in rich qualities, isn't there? Again, how luxurious this looks, how impressive it is. A focal point piece that you have there. And as you can see, all of these sat with that gorgeous, just delicate and at times focal point wire, but you've created different settings for each one in terms of the detail, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know, because you have to, because of the shapes.
That's it, yeah.
But that's good because everyone will look different. Ay, ay, ay. Are you ready for it? Wow. We don't even need a close-up, do we? I mean, look at this. What is the size of this one? I'm just going to see if I can find the size of this because that is absolutely incredible. Oh, here we are, fuchsia drop, 30 by 20 mil. So what, we're talking 3 centimetres by 2 centimetres. That is a full flanks gemstone, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
That is just taken over the whole flanks of the finger and it looks spectacular. So you're going to get the freedom, the opportunity, and this is going to be a kit and a half of an offer because you're going to get all 4 of these looks to be made for one price tag. Now you're going to get all the wire, you're going to get all of the centre stones, and you're going to get all for one price tag. Now I want you to think about the luxury of Swarovski in your collection. Think about how proud you are when you're wearing Swarovski, how gorgeous, how many compliments you get when you're wearing the luxury of Swarovski in its colouring, in its gorgeous light play. Just think of that in a single stone, and then break it down to 4 luxury offers. Now, how do you fancy? Wow, are you really going to do that? You know that works out. So if I said to you could make each one of these rings, are you sure you're allowed to do that? So that's £6.25. It's about £6.25, isn't it? You could make each one of these rings, and the reason I'm pausing is because I know that that's not the price we should be at. I know the price we should be at. Claire, you know the price we should be at, and that's not the price that that's not the price that we should be at. I can tell you we should have gone higher. You are now getting an absolute steal of a deal on this one. I will promise you one thing, $24.95 is not your average price point on a kit of this significance. So essentially, each one of these rings, let me put this ring on and ask you the question, does that look like a £6.25 piece of jewellery? £6.25. There is nobody, I'm sorry, I don't know anybody who could say to me that this kind of calibre of Swarovski centrepiece, don't forget we're talking the luxury of Swarovski, with then the beautiful detail of world class. I mean, let's not forget, our Claire's given you some gorgeous design here, but you know, if you're getting started in wirework, you could still create a feature setting. If you're extending and advancing, we've got things like our cocktail ring DVD, which you could do with these gemstones in particular, and the wire that you're going to get, and you could do that. Does any of those pieces look like £6.25 to you? Me neither. And that's the whole point, that's why this kit. And you see, the thing is, it says that's what the kit does here, but one presumes that's still going to leave you with wire to play with other designs as well.
Yeah,
you know, when you're making rings, you're not using that much wire, you know, probably more of the 0.4, I presume, than anything else for the weaving.
Yeah.
But if you think about what you'd have left, because obviously, on top of getting those 4 feature gemstones, you're also getting all of the wire to go with. So you're getting, let me just make sure I put them in order, because I like to have them in order. It's 0.8, that's 0.4, oh, that's 0.6. I cancelled my eye appointment. I was meant to go to the opticians the other day and I cancelled it. Really should. So 0.8, 0.6 and 2 0.4s. So that means you're getting 20 metres of 0.4, you're getting 1 of your 10 metres of 0.6 and 1 of your 10 metres of 0.8. So you've got all of that. So that in total is 40 metres.
So I think that's your 1 mil.
Oh!
Yeah, that's the 1 mil.
Stop, reverse. I told you, I cancelled going to the appointment as well. Can I just say it, right? And I have anybody, you know, I've gone on about going to the opticians for like about 2 or 3 months now, and I have harped on about it, thought, right, I'm going to get to it, because my husband the other day said, if you say one more time, okay, so and then I cancelled it, because I had to go, I had something else that I had to do instead. I probably didn't have to do it, but I found an excuse not to go. So that's why I apologise. I'm going to say it again because I got it wrong. So can we reverse what I said, and forgive me for really, really needing to check my eyes, and say, you're getting 4 metres of 1 mil gauge, yes, 10 metres of 0.8 mil gauge, 10 metres of 0.6 mil, and 10 metres of 0.4.
Yeah.
Did I do it right this time?
You did.
Excellent news.
Yeah.
For you. So that is 34 metres of wire, as well as your 4 big feature Swarovski centerpieces, all for £24.95. Whether you're going to make this, or whether you're going to perhaps maybe you're going to do different designs. You know, what we're doing is we're showing you the potential, but we're not showing you what you have to do. The choice is yours, really is just up to you what you want to do, and that's £24.95 is all you pay. Now, we are looking at the clock, and we're very much aware of the fact that we've promised that we'll do our lucky deal at past, and we promised that, and we're not going to break the promise. So we are going to obviously spend some time with with Claire and do some demonstration time and technique time, but we're going to do the lucky deal first, okay? Just so that we can do it on the right time, so we can stick to the plan. Shall we go to the lucky deal?
Woo!
I could have that music in my life a little bit more. Come on. I like it, yes. More of that I'll have. So this is your St. Patrick's Day lucky deal, and we have got for you a lucky deal opportunity. Now let me explain. If you buy this chain, now you're going to want the chain anyway. This is the nice thing, is this, that it's not like anything other than you're going to want this rose gold finished, of course, sterling silver chain. But best news about it is if you get involved and you buy one of these chains today, you will automatically be entered into our St. Patrick's Day lucky day deal. Whoa. And you could be the lucky winner of a full bag, and I have generously filled, because I did it myself. No, have you seen what I've put inside here?
I can see an opal in there.
Oh, I can see an opal. Oh, that's a gorgeous.
I can see
opal.
Another one. I've done quite a few
filled.
workshops recently, and the bead scoops are brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I'm going to put one of those in. Look at the opal in there. Oh, there's a cracking opal there. Oh, I flicked it out. That was good.
Look. Making me think of your story then.
Take a look at that gorgeous opal essence. That's part of the bead scoop.
Look.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Look.
I do like a good bead scoop. Oh, sorry, look there. Right, so you could be winning this bead bag that I've generously filled. Look at that one.
Wow.
That's a cracker, isn't it? And it's drill holed. Yeah. So, look, you could be winning this if you buy this chain. And it's as simple as that. You will automatically be entered into the prize draw. When you buy the chain, we will automatically enter you, and then one lucky person will get the option of us sending this lovely bag to you. Obviously, I doubt that you're going to say no to it. So that is the lucky deal today. Yes, Ben. Yes, on it now. Rose gold. Now, this is actually, when you talk about rose, this is the look of the moment in terms of the colouring of metal. In terms of design, rose gold is the go-to. In terms of adding detail, it's the go-to for many of your big collections, some of your big jewellery houses. Their main collections are actually now in rose gold before anything else, even beyond platinum for a lot of them. We're giving you that sterling silver setting that just obviously gives you that wearability and affordability. But still, if you think about it, that's precious commodity on top of precious commodity. That's luxury layered on luxury. You've got your curb chain appeal. And of course, what you have here when you start to talk about curb chains, let me just take it off and give you a nice close-up, because curb chains, this is a tight link curb chain, and a tight link curb chain is probably one of the go-to chains that you would want for your jewellery wear. The reason that a tight link curb chain is important is because when it's tight linked, it means that it's really durable. It's very solid, and that solid quality is always important if you're adding a pendant, you know, especially if you're designing pendants. You want to know that there's going to be a consistent in balance in terms of, if you've got a strong chain, if it was a lightweight chain and it was a stronger pendant, it would actually draw, it would almost have an imbalance on the neckline. With quality like this, with that tight knit curb chain, you've got solid. There you have it. £6.95 is the price that you should be paying. Oh, yes. £3.95 is all you pay for this fantastic. Right, so just on top of the £3.95 for the chain, which you want anyway, you also could be winning that fantastic bead scoop as well. Now, obviously, every bead scoop is different. Don't forget about that, right? So I've done 4 different bead scoops. I'm not going to guarantee that your bead scoop's going to have the opals and the things like that, because obviously we're just going to send them out randomly. But what I will say is you will get a fully packed, and it was like literally packed in by me. So you've got fully packed, guaranteed that if you win, you're going to get lots of lovely gemstones in that bead scoop. £3.95 is all you pay for that fantastic curb chain. And as I say, entered into the prize draw for the who's going to be the winner of the lucky We're on tenterhooks. Now, obviously, if you do get entered, in, which you will automatically, we will announce who is the winner of each of our St. Patrick's Day lucky deals at 9:30 or around 9:30 this evening, because obviously we've got the 9:30. We're doing them literally, we're doing it every half hour. So we're going to do it at 6:30, which we've already done, 7:30, which we've just done now. Then we've got 8:30 and 9:30 still to look forward to. Just after 9:30, we'll then announce who's been lucky enough to win the different deals. All right. Oh yes, I did say the word lucky.
I was crossing my legs. Sorry, I can only concentrate. I can only like concentrate on one thing at a time.
I was crossing your legs, and then you said lucky, and I went, ooh. Moving on, £3.95 is all you pay for this fantastic deal. Sorry about that snot. You've got 1.35 grams of 925 sterling silver finished off with the luxury of rose gold. It literally is luxury on top of luxury. Sterling silver finished off with rose gold for £3.95, and it's the 18-inch drop, which is, I guess, the go-to when you start to talk about different lengths of chains. 16 to 18 inch is classified as the princess drop. For most people, it's the go-to, because it sits and it cushions right on this area here. And what it's meant to do, the reason it's called the princess drop, is because it's meant to highlight the extension of the neckline and give you a prominence to the shoulders. So actually the reason it's called the princess drop is because that's the length that gives you that esteem of elegance when you hold it, when it holds on the neckline. So that's what you've got there. You've got a very nice neck there, Ben.
Very long, isn't it?
It's a very long neck.
The longest neck in the world.
Do you want to show? Do you want to show everyone the length of your? You would like to come? He wants to come and show you the length of his neck. Let's have a look at the length.
Right, so this is me normal.
Okay, this is normal. Now watch this.
Do this.
Ready?
Wow.
Ooh. It's horrible, doesn't it? Giraffe man.
Giraffe man.
Do you reckon I could win a world record?
I think you could.
Yeah.
My auntie, here's the one for you about her neck. Right, my auntie can, because she's got so much skin on her neck, she can get washing line clips, and so she wants to, if she ever wants to look younger, she puts them and she clips her neck.
Gosh. There's an idea.
It's brilliant. Brilliant.
That's a really good idea.
My Auntie Barbara. Congratulations. I'm sure she's watching now, but thanks for that.
Yes.
Thanks very much. What do you do in your family parties? Well, we get up to some fun stuff. We get the washing line clips out and we just have so much fun. Right, you're going to demonstrate for us, aren't you?
Yes,
what are we going to see? What
so
we're going to see?
I'm going to show you, if you haven't made a ring before,
yes,
I think this is quite a nice, sort of like a starter ring. So it's sort of like a basket setting. So it's very, very simple. So again, if you haven't done any weaving before as well, it's going to be very simple.
The nice thing about this shank is that actually in reality, if you were adding a smaller stone, it could accommodate, but it actually takes the larger stone really well as well. Yeah. It's a really good size for that, isn't it?
It's a good size, and it will. You can see now because I'm going to use a different stone, so you can do it with. You can do it with different shapes and different sizes, so it is pretty good for that.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do, and again, this is entirely up to you whether you work, because you've got your 2 lots of structural wire in the kit, so you've got your 0.8 and your 1 mil.
What do you normally go to?
I would probably, I think that one is the 0.8 that I've used there. It's really, it's entirely up to you. If I'm doing, say, bangles and things like that, bracelets, I'll probably go for a 1 mil.
Right.
But sometimes when you're working with prongs like that, you might want a little bit more malleability, so maybe a 0.8.
Okay, great.
So I'm going to just start off. So I've got three lots of probably about 25 centimetres of the structural wire. I'm going to take probably about 50 centimetres of my weaving wire, which is my 0.4. So I'll put the two ends together and find the midpoint and make the little loop. So again, this is a really, really common weave, and it's a nice weave to do that is sort of build confidence, because you're gonna get it very, very quickly, and so it's quite a good introduction really to wire work. So what you're going to do with this, with this sort of design of ring, you need to do a full circle, a full ring shank. So what you can do is you can take a scrap bit of wire, just find out the ring size that you want, cut that little bit of wire, so then you can compare that, the little scrap bit, to the woven section that you're going to have. So we're going to start off. So I've got the little loop, the crisscrossers at the bottom, and I'm going to balance that on my finger. I'm going to start sort of like a third of the way up from the bottom, because my woven section is going to be in this middle part. So I'm just going to do a couple of wraps around the two wires, and you can see how lovely and malleable this 0.4 is. So I'm going to pick up my other 0.8 and just drop that in. So if I just open these wires up so you can see exactly where these are going. So, and I'm weaving in the same direction, so both wires, they never cross over, and I'm always going in that same direction. So I'm going to be going sort of up like that. So I'm going to go now and do exactly the same. So I'm just wrapping now twice around the two wires. So that central wire, the one that we first started off with, that one will either go on one side to the other. So I've done two on that side. So I'm going to go back to this one, and again, two wraps around the two wires. So that central wire has now gone onto that side. So then I leave that one, go to that one, two wraps around two wires, and back out into its original position, and keep going. So you're going to keep going, and it's entirely up to you whether if you do 3 wraps, then you'll get sort of slightly more blocks of your woven section. If we have a little look, and I'll show you the difference actually, because I've done one lot on a 0.8 and one on a 1 mil, just so that you can see the slight difference that there is on there. So the nice thing with this weave as well is you can see on this one, so that's the weave that we've been doing. There's nothing to stop you from either compressing it, so you can see how that looks like that.
Nice.
Yeah. Or you can sort of pull it out a little bit if you know.
And what do you like to do? Do you like to compress it, or do you like to keep it a little bit looser?
To be honest, with a ring shank, my personal choice is I don't like it if it's pulled out too much, because I don't find that very comfortable. If you can you feel the difference? If I push that together,
That's smoother.
Yeah. Whereas if you pull it out,
it's got a little bit more of
which
okay.
I don't particularly like when it's going, but you know that's my
because it's actually going to sit very tight against the finger, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially when you want it to be practical. Especially jewellery's got to be wearable, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So we've got here, and I'll show you the difference as well in the 0.8 and the 1 mil. So when you've done your woven section. And remember, there is a back and a front to the weave. So I'm going to take my
How do you know the difference?
If you have a little look.
Sorry, I'm asking a question. I don't know the answer.
Can you have a look? So let me show you that's the front. Yeah.
Okay.
And you can always tell because you can see where that little loop was when you started. So if I just turn it over, and you can see the back. Okay, it's a slight difference. Yep. So.
I can't tell the difference at all.
Do you want to have another look?
I cannot see the difference at all. So why would it? But is it important because of?
No, not at all. You've just got two different sorts of weaves. It's a good thing really, because it really doesn't matter.
Okay, but there is
there is a slight difference. Yeah.
Okay, so spend the time to have a look and see if and I presume it is just personal preference. You might like the back side rather than the front side.
You might, yes.
Oh.
The thing is, I feel it's always me, yeah, and it's never me that says it.
So, yeah, so where are we?
It's just, it's, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yes,
gosh,
yes.
right, okay. So, where am I? Okay, so now... So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to separate these wires out, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm going to crisscross them over.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go, that one's going one way, so that one the other. So then that one that way, that way,
Yeah.
that one, and that one. Okay, so you can see how they've, almost, you know, when you do the thing with your fingers.
With your fingers, interlock them.
Oh, gosh, right, so I'm just going to bring that out. So I'm going to take this wire here and this wire here, and I'm keeping it on the ring mandrel. I'm just going to now lock it into place. So I'm going to bring that one round and bring those round. Okay, so now if I just take that off, and I'll try and show you from all angles so you can see how that's now locked into place. And there's nothing stopping you from, you can give that a pinch if you want to, just to sort of flatten it down. Okay, so I'm going to take that now, I'm gripping it in there, and I'm going to push that through the centre there. And we're going to
Is this the fiddliest part? Is this the part where you really need...
Well, do you know what? It's because I've tried to be quite sparing with, if you'd like if I'd originally cut 3 longer lengths,
Yeah.
this would be a little bit easier because I could just pull it through. But I was trying to conserve the wire a little bit. So I'm just going to bring that through, because obviously I'd have more to, if the wire was longer, I'd have more to, you know, grip onto. So I'm just going to bring that in. And I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. So I'm making the shoulders of the ring there. So I'm going to bring that through and just bring that in. So, and you know, however many wraps you do on the one side, I'm going to do on the other. So bring that round there, snip that off, give it a nice pinch in there. So we've now got 4 wires, so I'll just get those into the right position as well. Okay, so if you sort of like feel that, the hardness of that, yeah, compared to...
Oh, there's definitely much more malleability. And,
Yeah.
and in terms of when you were saying in a ring like this, you'd want a little bit softer, is that just so that you can have that guarantee that it's going to come and almost cup over the stone?
Yes, because if you and it's what goes on under the stone as well. Can you see how this one I like it with the can you see how closely that is hugging
nestles,
the back there? So what
yeah.
you're actually really looking for is you want sort of like the pressure coming from the back, so the wire at the back, and then that tension on the prong at the front. So with the 0.8 you can really push quite firmly against the mirrored back.
You can get that that nestling.
Because what you're going to do then, so if I use this one here, if I sort of like turn it over so you can see, you're going to be pushing that against the back of the stone there. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to keep... And you would obviously spend longer to get these so that they're arranged. You know, so you can measure if you want to. What I tend to do is do it by eye. So I know that if that central point there hits sort of like the central point there, and you can have a look and see it like...
Yeah.
If I bring that down, so I'm just going to speed up a little bit. Right, and I'm cutting off, and so I've probably got about 5 millimetres. Oh, sorry, Ben.
Thanks.
So we'll see how that's going now. So I'm just going to push that on there. So I'm sort of holding it, and it depends what sort of prong you want. So I'll do a couple of different ones. So I'm going to hold that there. I'm going to start to bend in. So you can see how that one is going. So, or I could do I do sort of like a different one to show you, so you can see the variation. So I'm just turning it round, and I'm just going to then bring this one in. So I could even hammer it as well if I wanted to. I'd do that before I was going to set the prongs in place.
You'd hammer the prongs before you put the stone in?
Yeah, okay. I would. So I could do that. Or I could really, so if I just sort of, before I do anything of turning it in against the stone, I'm just going to turn almost like a full, like a little P shape. So if you can see there. So I'm just going to move it ever so slightly, just so that I can see where it is that I'm. So now when I get my round nose pliers in here, and all I'm going to do is just start to tighten and turn in, and that's giving me the tension against the
stone.
Yeah, the stone. So I'll do one more. This won't hold in, or it's unlikely because I've done different
settings.
Yeah, but it's just to give you an idea of all the different ones that you could do. But what you're looking to get is that tension. So from the front and from the back as well, but you want it to try and get a nice amount of tension sort of coming from the back, and then the pressure pushing in the front, so you've got sort of squeezing like that.
Once you've got it in place, you just start to, you literally build up that tension.
Yes.
You don't find the tension straight away. I presume this takes just a little bit of tweaking time.
That's it, and you'd go sort of, so you'd go opposite sides. And you'd obviously get that, so it's a little bit more even than I've done there. But you can see how that's going to build up.
Yeah, like it.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, again, just going back to the idea of that's £6.25, you know, that's essentially how much it's cost you to be able to make that £6.25. And you don't go to many jewellers, handmade jewellers, and go, I've got £6.25, please can I have a Swarovski hot rock piece of jewellery, please? I don't think that happens, and yet you've got the freedom to be able to make the piece that you want to wear, so without the compromise of somebody else making it for you that's not quite right. You get to make what you want to wear, and you get to make it, and it's cost you £6.25. So it is pretty impressive, isn't it? Congratulations if you've got that kit. Absolutely magnificent. We've got some additional opportunities. Now, don't forget, obviously, we are 10 minutes. Oh, we better take a moment, actually, looking at the clock. 10 minutes away from the live show launch. It is your premiere launch of your Jacinth Natural Zircon. It is brand new, and we don't think there's anything else like it. So if you do want to pre-order, you've probably got a window of maybe 7 minutes to pre-order. We normally close the pre-order window a couple of minutes before we do the live deal. So you've probably got like 7 minutes to pre-order on that world premiere, and we have guaranteed it under £20. Now obviously it's £5 and £20, but it's still under £20 guaranteed on a world premiere, a gemstone that I, in 13 years of working in the gemware industry, I've never presented. So it really is very special. That's a pre-order event. 7 minutes, I've just been told, confirmation, 7 minutes for pre-order. That's all you've got. It's your natural Jacinth Zircon, and it's live launch at 8 p.m, but pre-orderable for the next 7 minutes only for under £20. Your jadeite that you have here is 8mm rounds. You've got that perfect colouring of what we want it to be, that blossom, that apple green that you have. Absolutely magnificent. If I just show you how good that looks against the skin. I do think that jadeite is a gemstone that looks beautiful against the skin. It really is gorgeous, isn't it? That's nice.
I was just thinking that'd be nice. You could sort of like encase your
that would be
encase
gorgeous.
it in there, couldn't you? So that's just the other ring shank, but it goes really nicely with that.
Ooh, I could imagine
gold
that.
Wire. That's really nice, isn't it?
Yes. Or you could do almost like a spiral collection.
Yeah. Even if you wouldn't have to do every single round in that, but you could.
Claire, I've got it. The Claire MacDonald spiral collection.
I like it.
And you're going to do a spiral. You could do a spiral DVD and show us how to encase spiral, and then show us how to do different. Got it?
I like it. Yeah.
The Spiral Collection by Claire MacDonald. Exclusive.
Sounds good.
To Jewellery Maker. I reckon that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like the idea of that kind of that spiralling against, especially with our round beads, because we've probably got quite a lot of, in our collections, we've probably got quite a lot of round beads there where to spiral and add a bit of decadence would be really easy, especially with, you know, something like jadeite where it would look so exclusive when it's got that spiral. Are you going to do it? I think that would be really nice.
Should we put it forward? Should
yes.
Suggest it?
Yes. I think you could do because that, I mean, if you think about it, there's so much potential of the spiral in terms of designs for gemstones, without gemstones, with wire work, with cuffs, with you could almost like a spiral cascading neck. I'm sold on that.
One then, yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome. £16.95 is already pay. If you want that, and you do want to do the spiral, obviously the DVD will be released in a couple of... Straight on we go. Let's go. Where should we go to? Ooh. Yes, please. That would be lovely. I like the idea of these because I haven't seen us do our spacer brass beads for a very, very long time. And I love
these are big, aren't they?
our brass
These are
beads.
nice.
These are a great size for anybody who's looking at breaking up, you know, breaking up the designs. You're going to get 100 in total, and the drill hole is fab because it's worthy of. You've got it on. Is that 0.8 that you've got there?
Yeah, and
so
there's
you've
loads
got it,
of room.
yeah, so it's 1 mil and then some, isn't it? And actually, on Claire's spiral that she's done for obviously her next DVD, you can see how well it works. You could almost they just cap beautifully designs. And as I say, for gemstones, if you just want to space them out, if you just want to give a little bit of detail to your designs, but actually it's texture as well, isn't it, with this kind of finish? Because it's your antique bronze and it's antique bronze plated, it just means that it's just got that that sense of vintage style to the jewelry. I could imagine using these in so many different gemstone types against, you know, against so many different colours and textures of gemstones. All yours for the taking. What? For 100, you're getting £2.95 as a deal. Well, there's a trade deal there, and just in its own right, isn't it, for £2.95? Absolutely gorgeous. And as I say, there is, I'll just see if I can show you it via the camera. Can you see the size of the drill hole there? Am I holding it at the right position? Nice big drill hole, so good for your elastics, good for things like your 1 mil,
cords,
your cords, threads, any of those kind of things. And sometimes, you know, that's very important to think about. Well, we've already obviously done the thinking. £2.95 is all you pay for 100 of these gorgeous antique bronze plated brass round beads. So that, you see, part of me almost says you could buy one pack and just make yourself a really nice easy wear bracelet.
Yeah.
You know, like I wear quite a lot of those kind of stacker bracelets, but actually to add a little bit of colour texture to my stackers, you know, to add that colour would be really nice because I wear quite a lot of silver and rose gold and that, and just to add that as an extra colour layer against, you know, my stacker bracelets, that would be lovely. Like those a lot. Let's go next up to something that's really important, really, for anything that you've got earlier on with the seed beads, anything that, you know, you're thinking of with adding detail, and fine wire or fine thread doesn't mean to say that you want it to break. And I guess in some ways, that's why you turn to this Fireline, because it is fine. I'll just show you how fine it is if I can. It is fine thread, however, it is exceptionally strong. If I hold that up, then you can see how fine it is. So for anybody who's working with seed beads, it is absolutely perfect for any of those kind of smaller beads. Anybody who's working with pearls, but you don't want them to you know, snap off or anything like that, well, this is very important. It takes 8 pounds of weight. And the last time I looked, 10 pounds was a car tyre. So 8 pounds, well, that's quite a lot of weight for a single thread, isn't it? So, yeah. Is it? Well, I don't know. Just think about it. My little one, my first one was £6.5, and then I had a 7. I think I got to about 7.9. So it's a baby. It's the weight of a baby that it can take. I mean, obviously, you're not going to do that. I just mean that that's just comparison to weight rather than, you know, obviously, that's obvious. There you go. £7.95 is all you pay for this fantastic. And you're getting 50 yards. So that translates out as, is it that you get more yards to the metre or less yards to a metre? I think it translates to something like 45 metres, doesn't it, 50 yards? That's just a total guess. Can somebody just do that? Just quickly do that for me, because that's going to annoy me now.
I believed you. That was
I think you get less than a yard to a metre, just less than a yard. Because I used to work in yards. I used to work. My mum's best friend works in material, and I used to work on the material stall and used to sell in yards rather than metres until we went metric. What does yards to metres do? Do you get more yard to a metre or more metre to a yard?
1 yard is 0.914 metres.
So that again, 1 yard is 0.914. Oh yeah, so I was right.
Yeah, you were.
That was a total guess, but I was right. Straight to, wow. Now then, if you join us tomorrow, we've got some gorgeous deal of the day turquoise, and if you wanted to mix the shapes, these would be exquisite to add to that. These are fab. Plain round. You don't get a lot of plain round turquoise these days, actually, do you? You just don't. But it's rather nice to see, that's for sure. You've got here these classic 8mm rounds. And again, see, because of the size, because we know what gemstone it is, on a simple corded bracelet, you know, like your wish bracelets, December's birthstone, perhaps it could be that type of gift, or perhaps it's going to be a wish gemstone, because I know turquoise for a lot of people is a bit of a talisman. I don't know a lot about that type of thing with gemstones, but I know that turquoise is a quite important gemstone for people in terms of wearing it for that type of thing. So perhaps it's going to be, but you only need one, because it's 8mm, you only need perhaps one to a single pendant, you know, on a nice classic chain like we've done. £24.95 is all you pay. Right, we're on countdown. Literally, we are on the countdown. Thank you, that's good. We're doing a countdown to the live world launch of our very exciting Jacinth natural zircon. Is the real deal. It is everything we've got in one opportunity. We've got exactly 200. Sorry, we had exactly 200. We don't have 200 anymore. I'm sure it's fair to say that this is going to be a very exciting, although potentially quite short period of time that we launch in, because there has been a huge pre-order event that's taken place. Well, our live show exclusive world premiere takes place straight after the break. I've already guaranteed under 20, so you don't want to miss out, so don't go anywhere. Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Order from us today at www.jewellerymaker.com.
It's easy to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 65,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
The Jewellery Maker phone is free from a UK landline, so call us today to place your order. If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our 30-day money-back guarantee.
Okay, this is a very, I mean, it's so exciting. It doesn't happen often because actually we have such a huge inventory of incredibly rare gemstones anyway, that you've pretty much seen everything that there is accessible. But so when these types of opportunities take place, I mean, first of all, I'm thrilled that I get to present it because I am a bit of a gemstone enthusiast. Anybody who knows me knows that I have a bit of a passion for something a bit special, and I think gemstones are that something special. But this, well, this is something that I, in 13 years, haven't presented to you. I've never had the freedom to be able to do that. We've obviously been live here at Jewellery Maker for the last 8 years. Well, I guarantee that you've not seen this in the last 8 years. And this, for me, in terms of over a decade of working in the gem trade and then some, I've never seen us do anything like this before. It is totally natural. That's the first thing you need to identify. Totally natural in this colour tone, and it's the colour tone that gives it its rarity, because if you start to look at the percentage ratios of what natural zircon is when it comes out to the ground, the percentage ratio is that you're going to see a huge ratio of blue and a smaller, but at least some proportion, of yellow to white. You do not find many, in fact, for me, this is the first time that I've seen it in its natural form, this luxury colour of reddish brown. I mean, sometimes you would classify it as orange. It actually does have, it's interesting enough, the two names for this natural colour is either jacinth or it's known as hyacinth. Now, obviously, hyacinth is purples and blues, but actually in the gem trade, it does translate into this shade of colour. For us, it's the first time, and potentially it's the only time. Normally, if we get perhaps a line of 3 or 4 strands like this coming in, we know about it, but we've had no information of that. This is the only strand we know of. This is the only chance we know that we can guarantee this gemstone is going to be yours. And obviously, within that, you know, if it's taken us this period of time, over 8 years, to try and source this gemstone, then obviously this is a buy it while we've got it event, which is why I've been very clear from the very start. We had 200 on the nose. We had exactly 200 to offer. We don't have 200 now in the collection. We don't have that because our pre-orders have gone through the roof, and I have to congratulate everybody who's already pre-ordered. You've done absolutely the right thing, 100%. If you want to know more about this colouring, if you want to know perhaps a little bit more about this gemstone, great place to do. Gemsociety.org is a place where I often do my research. Like, you know, if there's something that triggers in my mind, you know, want to know something, perhaps it's that I want to know about the colouring or the value, or perhaps I want to know about the heritage of the gemstone, then there's lots of places. The GIA, the Gemological Institute of America, have a fantastic learning library, which I would certainly recommend you look at. But I'd also go to places like the Gem Society, which is where you'll find about the jacinth zircon, natural jacinth zircons from us that we're bringing you here. Is this beautiful reddish bronze colour, this gorgeous quality, and because it's that richness of colour, you get the most extraordinary lustrous polish. You get this fantastic glistening quality. It has such a distinguished luxury about it, this gemstone, and it's so far removed from anything that we've seen in its natural form in zircon. You know, it's so far removed from the blue zircon that you'd get from, say, somewhere like Ratnakiri in Cambodia. You know, when you start to think about your Ratnapura zircon, you'd think about those golden tones, but you'd never put it into the reddish hues that you've got here with those beautiful palettes of bronzes and orange tones coming through. You just don't translate zircon naturally found. Now, obviously, there are lots of ways of treating gemstones, lots of ways of giving it colour, which is obviously with zircon you can do. That's not what this is. That's why this is so special. It's natural. I've actually checked the lab reports on this. So I went, so the guys know, because we don't, you know, I don't normally question, but this was one of those where I need to see the lab report because it's so pertinent to the opportunity that you're getting, that this is natural, and it is the real deal. Absolutely magnificent. 60 carats of your very own natural jacinth zircon, a true opportunity and a half. And when you start to think about this gemstone, I mean, you could translate it into the likes of perhaps, if you wanted to, the likes of hessonite garnet, you know, those rare forms of the golden tones of the reds and the oranges and the yellows, almost sun tones, you know, those rich and intense colours. But this gemstone has so many individual qualities. Of course, with it being a double refractive gemstone, it means that it takes the light and it can bend it and split it twice over to that of a garnet or to that of a diamond. It double refracts to any of the gemstones that you love that have that sparkle. That's why zircon is a go-to stone for many jewellery designers, because of its double refractive quality. And you've got that refraction, but you've also got one of the rarest natural colours that we've ever seen, that potentially we will ever see. And we're going to do it as a big today's must-have opportunity. I congratulate one and all who've already succeeded in guaranteeing this, like Mary and Sharon, Carol in Dorset's already confirmed, Deborah in Kent, Philippa, we're not going to let you down. Everybody who's already pre-ordered, I know that you're trusting us on this price tag. This is a live launch deal, but we have had a number of people who've pre-ordered and we don't want to let you down. One of the things I think we're all very aware of as a team is that when people pre-order, it's people committing to their trust in us, and that's something that we don't want to take for granted, and we won't let you down on this deal. So if you would like to pick, I'll tell you what we'll do, guys. I'd like to do, before we bring in the price tag, let's give people a chance to pick up the phone. Let's do a 30-second clock if we can. Can we do a minute clock, something like that? Let's just give you a time down to when we bring out that price tag, okay? Because I want everybody to have that freedom to get hold of this deal before the price, when the price comes in, everything we've got will disappear. Now, obviously, we're already restricted because we've got the likes of Delia and Shelley and Janet and Linda in Nottinghamshire. We've got Julie in Wiltshire, Elizabeth in Glamorgan. Right, we've got a lot of people already confirmed. So the quantity we had of that 200 is not what we've got left. What we have is all we have. And the clock ticks down now. You've got a minute when we launch this deal. And the launch is when the price comes in. That's when it really kicks off. And if you like what you see, then pick up the phone now to guarantee you don't miss out. This is your natural, and if you do want the certificate of authenticity of all the things, I would say get your certificate of authenticity for just 25 pence as an additional fee. You will get that certificate that guarantees this is natural jacinth zircon, and it's yours for the taking. 30 seconds now to count down. That's 30 seconds. All it is picking up the phone. It's a free phone number. It's a free phone number to dial, or alternatively join us at JewelleryMaker.com. This is it. 20 seconds for the world launch. This is the premiere launch of potentially the only time, and I'd hate to say this, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, we'd have been told if this was going to be a collection of 4 or 5 gemstone strands, but it isn't. This is everything we've got that we know of. 5, 4, 3, 2, this is your deal. This is your live premiere. This is even low. I price promised it at $19.95, but we've actually taken you £1. Look, it's just £1 back in your pocket. That's all we want to do, push the boundaries and not let you down. And I don't think we have on this deal. Absolutely magnificent opportunity. Your chance, your one opportunity to guarantee the luxury of your very own natural jacinth zircon sat into this graduated faceted rondelle strand. The arrangement of size gives you liberty and freedom to design as you see fit for this gemstone. It gives you the luxury of drop style earrings. It gives you that charm design. We've well and truly sold out of half the stock, even pretty much before the live launch came to air. We actually had sold out on a significant quantity, and thank you and gratitude for those who have trusted us. But as I say, not going to let you down. When we said under 20, actually what we should have said is £18.95. Everybody pays the same price tag. Everybody pays that final price tag of £18.95. And if you are already adding adding to your order today. The good news is you paid your P&P ages ago, and now this is just an added to your order. Or if this is your first purchase of the evening, plenty more to go. We've got plenty more treats to look forward to. I've got the likes of diamonds to look forward to. I've got a feature of Burmese sapphire. Yes, natural Burmese sapphire. When you see the blue of this sapphire and the clarity, it is utterly transfixing. Burmese sapphire, natural Magok mine, we have got for you coming up later on, and that's coming your way within today's show. So literally, if you've just made this as your first purchase of the day, you've still got a good, well, an hour and a half of the live show, and then we obviously go on repeat of the day show. So it means that you can keep on adding to your order all the way through till midnight tonight. You can add as many times as you like on that single postage and packing. Enjoy this deal while we have it, though. Congratulations to David, to Beryl. Congratulations, Alberta, joining us. Diane's joined me as well. We're too many people who've put in their baskets and haven't checked out for my liking. I've got over 30 people who have put in their baskets who haven't checked out. That makes me uncomfortable because obviously what I know is this is a premiere launch, and we've had no information from our buying team that says this is going to be a repeatable gemstone opportunity. We've got no information. Normally, if we do collections of this kind of rare fine gemstone, we'll know about it. You know, things like when tanzanite comes through, we know about it in advance. When things like Burmese sapphire, we know about it in advance. So that's why I'm saying, because we haven't had that update from our buying team, the chances are this is just a one-off strand. And sometimes things like this do happen with us. You know, we're just in the right place at the right time to get a one-strand offer, one parcel of gemstones that we put into this extraordinary collection of a one deal opportunity, and that's it. One deal, one chance, and it's all yours for just $18.95. I've just been told that there's now 24 web buyers who still haven't checked out. So some people have checked out, but there is still more now, is there? Okay, it's like the hawky-corky on the phone lines and on the web tonight, so please do make sure that if you want to guarantee this is your premiere launch, then this is going to be the time to purchase. And in terms of a gemstone that really stands alone as individual, can you think of anything
I can't think of nothing at all. When you said about a hessonite garnet, yes, I can see it, but there's nothing else like that. I've never seen a strand like that.
And it's interesting because I think when you're working with so many pretty gemstones as we do on a day-to-day basis, we do get a little bit complacent, don't we?
Yeah,
we kind of get used to okay, this is lovely, we get used to, but then something like this comes along and it's all a little bit of a slap in the face,
really. Yeah, it stops you, doesn't it? And it, which is good. That's a really good thing.
Isn't
really
it?
Good thing.
Especially when we're working with something that, you know, almost becomes our talking point. You know, the jewellery and how we design it is going to be absolutely the focus, because obviously we'll make it that way, but the ingredients, that's what lifts it and elevates it to something extra special. It's yours with an amazing deal like this. I don't want you to miss out. $18.95 is all you pay. If I've got any left in the vault, I will retrace this later on in the show. If I've got anything left, if you haven't checked out your baskets, please do so with some kind of immediacy so you don't miss out. An absolute collector's dream for those who are watching. And I do want to show you this Burmese sapphire because it is natural, and I think when you see it, I think your jaw's going to hit the floor. The clarity of this strand it's outrageously good. I mean, and we've done maybe, I think I've probably seen 2 strands, and I've been at all maybe 3 strands I've watched with as well, of Burmese sapphire. Nothing compares, genuinely, nothing compares to this Burmese sapphire. When you see the clarity of this stone, and you've got to remember this is a gemstone that has silks. Normally it has these little splinters that sit within it. Not a bad thing, but it's just part of the makeup of the gemstones, how corundum forms. I want you to see the colour and clarity, and it's natural, and you've got to know that this is an absolute steal of a gem. Have you ever seen, I need to put this against the skin so you can read it, have you ever seen that kind of grade of Burmese sapphire? And it is double figure pricing on this Burmese sapphire, and that's just bonkers if you ask me. I mean, I can sell a single stone of Burmese sapphire and I would expect to get, you know, a serious closer to £100 price tag than I would. That strand is utterly extraordinary, absolutely magnificent, natural, Burmese. I'd say it's definitely going to be for me to Magok mind because of the quality of that blue. I've never seen natural blue like this, and it is going to double figures. I may as well tell you now, and I say double figures, I'm even saying under £50. That's under £50 for this grade of stone. It is properly good, that. Amazing. Okay, let's whip up a storm with some more treats. Oh yes, by the way, this next little section you're gonna love, because this is our #1 gemstone. This is probably the go-to for most of our jewellery makers, those who are established, those who are just getting started into jewellery making, those who are just finding us for the first time. This is a go-to gemstone for many jewellery makers around the, literally probably around the world. I mean, we do literally have a global industry here, and when we start to talk about what Labradorite is, it's this awesome gemstone, and if I just show you, the light catches and bounces and you get this wonderful labradorescent glow, absolutely magnificent, that you have here. This is a gemstone in these glorious droplets. Oh yeah, look at that, can you see it there? You have got those droplet designs, top drilled, and you can see they're ranging size 8x5 to 17x7. Crikey, that's a good arrangement of sizes for those drops, isn't it? Okay, what I didn't tell you is this is actually going to be a little showcase, and it's going to be a showcase of Labradorite, which is our #1 selling gemstone, but it's also going to be in a sale.
That's crazy, isn't it?
The whole arrangement.
Because that is, we all love it, don't we? It's always our favourite, and that's.
It's like almost,
under
you know,
£5.
if you went to say somewhere like, you know, an estate agent in Kensington and Chelsea, right? Literally, it's the ultimate place to probably buy a house. It's the postcode that everybody wants. We've decided to do a sale, right? We're going to just give it. We're going to give these houses away. You wouldn't do that, would you? That's what we're doing, aren't we? Eh? You just don't do that. You know, you don't go to a Ferrari shop and they go, I'm going to do a sale for you. I'm sure they don't do that, do they? I don't know. I've never been into that kind of shop. £4.95 is all you pay. I mean, we are truly slicing the prices on this deal. And let's enjoy what we've got while we've got it. These are limited available opportunities. Many of these are now. We've done some fab chains over the last few weeks, haven't we? All we need is to just finish it off in style. And this is finishing it off in serious Labradorite style. Look at this for your cushion centerpiece of a Oh, that looks so expensive.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Love that vintage combination of the center stone being the focal point, but then the silver work just adding that decadence to the design. If I had more, I'd be feeling more comfortable, but I don't, because what I've got is all I've got. The quantity that we have is just 23, did you say? 23 in the stock list, and that's it. That's all I've got. And your price tag, I mean, just this, with that lovely centre chain, you know, one of the nice chains that we've already done today. Obviously, you probably need a jump ring to give it the, you know, the right balance, because if you used it like this, then obviously it would sit like so, but you'd want it sitting flat against the neckline. For me, it's a pendant. I mean, I'm putting it out there. This is a pendant. I mean, it could be obviously so much more, because if you wanted to, I mean, size-wise, if you could play around with the setting, what about it as a focal point ring? I mean, that would be pretty majestic, wouldn't it? So, and I think that's the nice thing about jewellery making, isn't it? Obviously, we're creating this look, and we've said it's a pendant, but in all honesty, the choice is yours what you do with it once you get it home.
Yeah, it can be whatever you want it to be, can't it? And even if you put something, I think sometimes that I think with the silver work around it as well, that might look quite nice. You know, if you did like a lark's head knot with your, say, some of your cords, so you wouldn't necessarily have to have your jump ring. You could tie like a knot.
Especially with the size of that jumping itself, you know, that would definitely accommodate some nice cord, wouldn't it? Yeah. Fabulous look there. Going to be a sellout deal, that one. Congratulations if you got that. Straight to, whoa. Ooh, now even in the studio lights, studio lights don't do Labradorite any kind of favour. The reality is that these are bleached lights. And obviously the camera that we use is a camera that has filters, and the filters actually take colour away. That's what the cameras are designed for. And so if you've got a filtered camera and you've got this kind of bleach lighting and it looks this good even in the box, and I mean I'm just looking down at where I'm storing it here, and all I'm going to say, if it looks this good down here, I can't wait for you to see this one. Oh, this is big. How many have I got of these? Oh, it's not going to be enough. Oh my goodness me. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh, Claire. Okay, oh, now if our cameras don't pick this up, I'll be really cross. I'm going to be really cross if they don't pick it up, because this is almighty lab. Whoa! Do you know, can you remember those UV lights that used to get the tick, used to come on, like those big UV, like purpley,
yeah.
That's it's like somebody's got a light switch like that, and they've gone, right, UV, please let our studio lights please let me see this. Please let our cameras, can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Please let me see it.
Oh.
Whoa, now can you see it? Look. Now that's just one. Look at the purples. That's ridiculous. This is going to be a set. This has to be a set. Anybody who likes Labradorite,
look at that.
I mean, isn't it?
Yeah,
utterly sublime.
Yeah, that blue, that ultraviolet, that is lovely.
It almost looks like tanzanite, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's got like a tanzanite because it's got a violet and a blue that's just... Yeah. Now, I'm not going to show you just one. I want to show you that it's not just in one. Can you see that colour? Can you see it? It's just in all of them. I love this strap. Right, this has got to be a sellout. This has got to be, you've got to get this one of all the, if you've never tried Labradorite before, if you've never seen this gemstone before, this is the one to test. In some ways, that's kind of unfair, because if you're going to test all Labradorite against this one, that's unfair to any other Labradorite. This is textbook. This is what I classify as par exemplar. It's the one that I would use as the example of what I want Labradorite to be, Labradorescence to be. Look at that colouring. Crikey on a bikey, that is seriously good. Please get this one home, see for yourself. I mean, I'm not making this happen by some kind of technology and lighting. In fact, the exact opposite. The lighting is rubbish for gemstones in studios. The cameras are rubbish because they filter colour away. I mean, often we get messages going, it's not going to look like that when I get it home. No, it's probably going to look better. I mean, honestly, genuinely, 9/10 of the time. And you do get that, don't we? We get quite a lot of messages going, oh my goodness, it looks even better when I got it home. That's because we're in studio lighting and because we're filtering via a camera. These are the gemstones to get home. We offer you a 30-day money-back guarantee. 30 days. If they're not right, you send them back and your money goes back into your account. No questions asked. That colour is absolutely... I could stay on that strand. I could talk about each one of those gemstones and I could be here all night. I'd be comfortable to... Awesome. Awesome strand. Love that one. Did you get that? I like that one. The purples are beautiful. Now then. This is interesting because Labradorescence comes in different forms, because obviously what it is inside the gemstone is the platelets, little tiny little metallic platelets, and those platelets obviously reflect the light in different ways and in different colours. So what you're going to get here is actually a totally different reflection. Now I often call Labradorite the storm cloud because it has this stormy greyness about it, and then you get like almost the tension of the lightning bolt that comes shooting through like that. I've never tried to do a lightning bolt sound effect before. Don't really think that it worked, really, did it? I'll keep practicing that one. So you can see here the totally different effect, but still that storm cloud quality of the greys, the turbulent greys that then have those blues that just capture. Absolutely magnificent. And you can see here your faceted rectangles. Shape-wise, this is a really good versatile shape, isn't it, with the cushion round? Yeah, the cushion roundedness, I should say.
You could do rings as well, couldn't you, with that? Because it's sort of like you've got a nice surface
flat
area.
Surface, yeah, you do.
But you've got the facets as well.
Yeah, you definitely could do that. You're quite right. Take a look at this price tag. The whole strand coming in at one price tag. And that price tag? Ooh, $9.95 is on. Stop. Have you spotted the elephant in the room? It's original source. This is where it's from. This is the place that it was first found. Now, for most people, like Sri Lankan sapphire, literally, when you say original source, the price tag should be doubled up. I so did not realise until literally that was, you know, when you're thinking to yourself, something starts to trigger in the back of your head, isn't it? Original source Labradorite. this is the place where it all kicked off. I mean, obviously it was the Labrador Peninsula in Canada where everything kicked off with this gemstone. Oh my goodness me, it wasn't mined by dogs, no. $9.95, although I do believe that that's where the dog Labrador did come from. Yeah, that's where they originate. I'm not suggesting that there's a connection between the dogs, and I'm not going to suggest that because I obviously don't know anything about that. £9.95 is all you pay. Absolutely fantastic deal. Ooh, gonna like this shape. Oh, I do like this shape.
And me.
Labradorite tubes. Now you could use these as spacers, couldn't you? I mean, you could put, you know, some of those feature stones that we've just seen. You could use those as your main features, and then you could add those as these lovely tubes as spacers. Oh, these are lighter, aren't they, as well, in terms of their body colour? And I guess in some ways, that again just reminds you, these are genuine. Are these from Canada as well? That's awesome. That is awesome. If you're actually going to do under £5, if you genuinely, Bex has just said in my ear, I'm going to go under £5. £4.95. Now, do you know what I'm thinking? You know, if you're getting this, now you're buying for £4.95. If you're brand new to us and you're absolutely never tried us before, and you would like to give it a, you know, if you wanted to do a stretchy bracelet with Labradorite that looks like this, and then you could do match and drop earrings, and you think to yourself, but I don't know how, and what else would I need to buy? You get a free threading pack. Now that threading pack gives you elastic for obviously things like your stretchy bracelets. It also gives you threading if you want to do necklaces and that type of thing. You get a full findings pack. Now it could be silver findings, could be silver plated findings, it could be rose gold plated findings, but you'll get a full findings pack. That would include shepherd hooks for earrings. Perfect. That would include clasps for bracelets and for necklaces. Perfect. If you're then saying but, and the but is I don't know how, no problem. You get your step-by-step instructions. So this is those. So they tell you how to get started. They take you through the instant of if you'd like to make, for example, this bracelet, but then you're going, but that's not the, I don't have any pearls, Vix. That's all right. Take the principles of getting this this strand and just follow the pattern, but instead of using pearls, use your Labradorite. I want to make a pair of drop earrings. Okay, I'll show you them in the pearls, but again, take that Labradorite and just create a beautiful single drop of those, maybe 2 or 3 you want to put on a head pin. You could do that and you get the step-by-step instructions. All of this, free of charge if you spend £4.95 with us or more. So that comes step by step. And the final thing I've got to say is that you also get free tools as well. You get a free tool set. So, I mean, essentially, you buy that one strand for £4.95, you've got everything you need to get started here, and we give it free of charge to get started with us. And obviously that's for those who've not bought from us before. And if you have bought from us before, £4.95 for those where you know how useful they're going to be and how much of an impact they're going to give to your jewellery designs. And I'm looking at the clock and it's time. It's time again. I know, where's the time going this evening? It's 8:30, which means that we are in, hang on, we're in our zone to celebrate, and we just wanted to doff our hat. We wanted to just do a little bit of something fun for St. Patrick's evening. And so we thought, right, what do we do? How about we do a mega deal that we know you're going to want to buy anyway, but what about if we say, if you buy in that deal, you get entered into a free prize draw automatically, and you could be winning one of these. Yes, your bag of luxury gemstones, lovely lucky dip back, and inside there, thank you, yeah, Curry was just not on it at all there, Curry.
I nearly did it at luxury as well, and there was another one.
No, look, your first hour should be as good as your last hour, therefore I'm expecting some whoops now, Curry. Come on, I'm expecting, come on, okay. So what we have, are you ready, everyone together? What you have here is your St. Patrick's Day lucky deal. Woo! So all you need to do is be part of this deal to be automatically entered into the prize draw, and you could be getting, ooh, this lovely pack of gemstones sent to you as just an added bonus to this exquisite, and the only word for this is absolutely sublime quality of Burmese sapphire. Genuinely natural Burmese sapphire does not, I do genuinely mean, does not look like this. It's utterly spectacular quality. This close-up is a true now I would happily say, and I'm going to be very open about this, right, I have seen, I think, 2 strands that I've presented to Burmese sapphire. Now they've both been faceted, so faceting to non-faceted gemstones are very different aesthetics, because obviously you've got a little bit more light bouncing on faceted stones. Here you've got that smoothness which kind of gives an openness to the colour. I haven't seen anything like this before from us. I think for those of you that have watched us for the last coming up to 8 years, then you know the standards that we set ourselves are exceptionally high. But I think, you know, almost like a high jumper, we've just raised the bar and we've just jumped over it again, because I think that this is truly extraordinary quality. I'm going to ask a question now, and I'm pretty sure that from my research the answer is no one. Do you know anyone anywhere that would deliver what we're about to do on a multiple strand gemstone? Now this is not us offering you one loose gemstone, because there's plenty of traders that would send you one of these stones at one price tag. But do you know of anywhere that would facilitate this kind of caliber of natural Burmese sapphire on a full strand of this type of distinction? I'll guarantee you, I have looked and looked and looked, and I can't find anywhere that would guarantee this level of quality for a price tag of double figures. Double figures. Because I'm not suggesting that people couldn't do it and wouldn't do it, but I'm suggesting I don't know many places that would go double figures on this grade of gemstone. Now we really are looking at, and I have no hesitation here, world leading quality of natural Burmese sapphire. To get this colour in a gemstone that is not treated is absolutely extraordinary. To get one is it's utterly spectacular. To get a full strand, I said to the team, I think we get so used to dealing in strands of gemstones that it suddenly becomes one loose gemstone is not what we think about. We think that all gemstones are traded in strands or in multiple quantities. They're so not. I mean, the reality is that standardly, if you went, for example, if you go to the likes of the Tucson Gem Fair, that was about 3 weeks ago. The Hong Kong Gem Fair is next week, I think. Is it next? Yeah, I think it's in a couple of weeks' time. The thing is, you would be trading on this kind of graded gemstone in a single stone, and they would deliver it. They'd have it literally, and you'd have Burmese sapphire, natural, and they'd have it natural. They'd make that very well known, natural Burmese sapphire, and the chances are you'd have a single loose gemstone traded. Probably then they would say, you know, if you wanted to do in a larger parcel, you'd then have to filter this grade, which is world class, to then filtering a parcel that would then be okay, or you know, average, and then obviously, you know, your non-gem quality. But there would be a tiny parcel. There wouldn't be a strand. There would be ones and twos of this level. I am utterly 100% committed to the fact, if you've got any Burmese sapphire already, you'll get this home and you'll understand what I'm talking about. This is such a distinguished quality. Absolutely magnificent. It's utterly glorious. 12 carats of your natural Burmese sapphire. Wow, wow, wow. And I'm going to tell you now, we are at £34.95, and we are going to... We're going to take it lower. We're going to take it lower. We're going to do it. £28.95. $29.95 is all you pay. That is your natural Burmese sapphire for $29.95. World leading, absolutely signature quality of Burmese sapphire. I want you to get this home. I want you to see what we are capable of here at Jewellery Maker. I truly. Oh, and of course, don't forget, if you're purchasing on this deal, I mean, to be honest, this is almost just a buy edition, isn't it? Because part of me goes, why are we doing that? And this, you want to get this at $29.95, but don't forget, the addition is that you will be entered into, of course, our prize draw automatically. And if you have purchased within this, in this one strand, you will automatically get the chance to be able to win our lucky dip. Oh yes, it's our gemstone bag of loveliness, and this is part of the St. Patrick's lucky bag. Oh yes, absolutely amazing. $29.95 is all you pay. Should have been $34.95. We have taken you under 30. Truthfully, I think if we were saying this on an average day, I would have suggested this could have been closer to £100 price tag, and I still have been committed to it being a brilliant price. Genuinely, I'd have been comfortable to commit this as a great price tag closer to £100. That's how good this it's natural, and that's what blows my mind. If you think about the gem trade and you think about everywhere that's sourced, your Sri Lankan sapphires, if you think about your Australian sapphires, your Nigerian sapphires, and if you think about what comes into the trade as gemstones, jewelry industry, if you think about it, the reality is that 95% of your sapphires in the gem trade are treated. They are heated, they are diffused, they are not what you'd classify as natural colour. This is natural colour for $29.95, and that's guaranteed. You know, that's absolutely gem certified, guaranteed natural, and that's what makes this absolutely extraordinary. I mean, to get this level, and I'd say, you know, there's a chance where I'm looking at this and I'm going, yeah, part of me wonders if this is heading towards almost the, have you heard of the Jedi mines? Have you heard about those? They're called Jedi mines. Yeah, literally. They're like, they can't be called that. They're called the Jedi mines for Spinel. And part of me goes, and they're also in Burma, part of me goes, you know, we must be somewhere in that Magog to Jedi location, because this is world quality of sapphire for $29.95. The size arrangement that you have here is 2x1 to 6x3. Claire, I mean, I'm just going to turn to you, because obviously I'm waxing lyrical. I know that I've not seen this level of distinction, and it's the colour and the clarity of this natural quality that just blows my mind. I mean, this is something special. I'm not coming in from a different weird angle, am I?
Not at all, not at all. And I don't think I wouldn't do anything too fancy with it. I'd definitely work with my sterling silver, and you know, even if you just sort of like took the spaces out and just grouped them together. So you have that real impact of blue, and maybe in, you know, one of the slider bracelets, and just have that wow blue all together.
And it would be a wow factor. I mean, 100% wow factor if you took that level of colour, that's for sure. And I love the fact, you know, normally we don't highlight the fact that there's this sapphire that's transparent, because we don't normally see that transparency. But if I hold this like this, can you see that transparency? I don't know whether our cameras are going to pick it up. I'll put my skin against it, because I think against my black top, you're probably not going to see it. But can you see it there? See how transparent it is? It's amazing. It's absolutely stunning. I'm looking at my nails, and I polished my nails. I did this lovely nail varnish last night. Really, like, kind of, don't get many times where I get to sit and just polish my nails. My little one's been quite poorly. She's on steroids at the moment because she's had really nasty breathing problems, and so we've had a struggle of a few nights where we haven't slept. And so I put her to bed, and she's been up and down, as you know, little ones. She's 2, and so little ones do have like this, don't they? And so I thought, you know what, I felt really tired, you know, like those moments where you've just done in, and I thought, I'm just going to paint my nails just to make myself feel a bit better. Sometimes you need that, don't you? Just make it right, lovely. And then I got in the car this afternoon, and I looked down at my nails, and they were just wrecked. And I was just that is so unfair. I'd made such an effort to have really pretty, lovely painted nails, and I had to drive back home to go and get my nail varnish remover so that you weren't all upset that I had horrible nails. And I was thinking, oh, I'd really made an effort, and now it just looks like I've not made an effort at all. But I had. I just got washing up and things like that, and you know, like crafting with the kids at 6 o'clock this morning or something crazy like that. Yeah, nice. Tanzanite. Now, this is a gemstone that at the present time is almost impossible. You know about the wall, don't you? You know about the wall that's being built around Tanzania? Yes, heard about that? Right, massive, massive trembles in the gem trade because of the wall, but actually because of so much more than just the wall. Because actually, when you're saying you've got a government that are going to do something to this gemstone, what they're essentially saying is they're going to control the availability of the gemstone. It means they can control the price tag of the gemstone. And that, in the gem trade, that is just like a huge impact. You know, it's not just a little thing, it's a massive thing. And actually, you know, I've got friends who went out to the Tucson Gem Fair who've said, you know, for Tanzanite at the moment, certain sizes are absolutely carrying a premium. Sizes, and it's not just gemstones of Tanzanite, it's sizes of Tanzanite. The availability is what's struggling. And this is the thing. 8x6, calibration of 8x6 is the nail. I mean, literally the bullseye. 8x6, 9x7, any of those sizes are go-tos for this gemstone. And look what we've got for you. I know, it's an absolute wow factor. A combination that you have here, 8x6, that ranges that's the minimum 8x6, all the way to 14x10 mil. Absolutely magnificent. And because you've got that arrangement of different sizes, you've then got the facility of different jewellery to be made. Perhaps the centre stone, you know, the 40x10 is going to be the focal point for the neckline. Maybe you're going to make a matching pair of earrings as they drop down in size. Maybe you're going to use a couple of them as centres to cuff style bracelets. And maybe even, you know, take one of them and you could be doing a nice Tanzanite ring. Calibration of Tanzanite 8x6. I could do one of a kinds like that, and I think, you know, you could easily sell those with a very hefty price tag these days. Gorgeous quality, absolutely magnificent. I mean, £50 for that ring. Yep, I reckon that's doable. I reckon that's probably what you'd expect. You know, a nice sterling silver setting. I reckon £50. I could imagine that.
Definitely.
And what about that one?
Yeah, I would do pendant with that one, I think.
Yeah. What about this one though?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But the thing is that they get bigger. So you really do have. You've got genuinely. How many have you got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 divided by £49.95. So that's 9 divided by 50, isn't it, really? 9 divided by £50. You're looking here at a price tag at less than £5 each. Hang on a minute, have I done the maths right there? No, it can't be right, Vix. £5 each. It's £5 each. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, just over £5 each, isn't it? It has to be. Somebody needs to do the maths, me, because I'm now questioning my maths on this. Well, if it's 50 divided by 10, if you had 10 gemstones, then it would be £4.95, wouldn't it, for each one of them? So if we've got 9, so it would be just over £5. So it would be £5.50, something like that. Getting later on in the night now, it's getting later in the night, late in the evening. Right, straight on we go, and we're going to some turquoise. Oh, I do like some nice turquoise. Yes, yes, yes. See, for me, all I want is just to restrand this and just have it there. Because I think, you know, like a nice white shirt, your open shirt collars. You know, there's certain people who are really, like, you aspire to look like. And
to stay, like, clean and tidy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they have these really crisp white shirts. And I just think, wow, wow, how do you do... You know, I probably wear a white vest top for maybe about, if I'm lucky, half an hour, and then something's happened. And I'm not suggesting it's the kids that do it, because I am just as equally as clumsy.
No, I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you.
But I love the idea of having that crisp, colour against, you know, a nice plain top or a nice open shirt collar. You can imagine that looking.
Or with the, that's like, you know, we could take that on our holiday, couldn't we? Do you remember like the lovely,
yeah,
the seed beads, the lovely bright colours, that would be beautiful with that strand.
Because there was that lovely turquoisey seed bead as well. You could keep the colouring.
Yes.
You could just break it up with colour, break it up with shape and size, couldn't you? I like those. Now these are essentially what we do is we take turquoise and we bring more turquoise together. So we bring them together to create this fantastic drum shape. This is your reconstituted turquoise strand, and you can see here, for me, shape-wise, these are absolutely perfect for a classic bead necklace, you know, for a really strong, stylish bead necklace. All of this look for £9.95. So it's genuine turquoise. It is the real deal. We just bring some genuine turquoise together. We reconstitute it so that it then creates this fantastic form and this fantastic shape. £9.95 is all you pay for this look. I mean, thing is that part of me at this price tag goes, I don't want to just have it on the neckline. I think, you know, if we're going to that summer look, then it's quite nice, especially when you have more exposed skin as you get into spring and summer. It's quite nice to have that matching, you know, I wear quite a lot of vest tops, you know, in summertime. And so, you know, to have something on the neckline, it'd be quite nice to have that matching colour on those. It's not so much a problem when you're wearing longer sleeves, is it? Because, you know, you've kind of got that block of colour on your outfit. But I do think that if you have that exposed skin, that on the neck, on the neck and that on the wrist would look great. Maybe buy 2 of those strands, because that's just enough to make a full necklace, and then it's enough, you know, you'd need to perhaps to get another strand to make a matching wristwear piece. So 2 of those, you could do that for under £20, couldn't you? Fabulous. Okay, straight on we go. Ooh, nice. You've got your fan formation here. Now, see, see, what is a drop to you? So for me, a drop is a teardrop, so it's an elongated pear shape. For me, these are more fan shapes. This is more of a plumage. Would you agree? Yes, they're more, do you see what I mean? They're like wider, aren't they? They are drops, but they're wide drops. They've got a little bit more of a thickness, a width to them, really. And I just think that a drop to me is a little bit more elongated, it's more tear-like, whereas these are a little bit more fan-like. And I think the reason I'm saying that is because they have that wider platform of surface area, you get much more colour, you get much more of that labradorescence playing off the surface. Can you see what I mean? You do just have that a little bit more of an exposed surface area. Now, obviously, if it was poor quality labradorescence, it wouldn't make any difference what shape it was, but because these are wide surface areas, you get even more of that colour quality, you get even more of that labradorescence playing into play, coming into play even. Look at that, can you see? Look at the shades of colour that you get there. That's almost like kunzite pink, isn't it?
That'd be nice with the tubes. Wow.
Yes, that would be nice with the tubes, actually, especially if you had the tubes like these are. Use them like these spaces are, but use the Labradorite tubes that we did earlier on. Those tubes were £4.95 or something crazy like that, weren't they? So those are definitely an added to your order. And if you missed out on the Labradorite tubes earlier on, well, if we've got any left in stock, they're yours for the taking. Just speak to the call centre. I'm sure they'll happily add them to your order for you. Just to break it up, really, break up the design. A combination here, £8.95. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 11 on this strand for £8.95. So you are looking at, you know, what, 75p, something like that for each one of those. That's pretty awesome, isn't it? That's pretty awesome. Amazing deal. Love those. I especially like the wideness of them, because I do think that they then have that surface area that allows us to appreciate what Labradorite really is, which is that lovely richness of storm cloud greys and silvers that then have this awesome almighty lightning bolt of blues and turquoises, and some of those were pink, weren't they, on the surface. You're also taking £8.95, right, straight on. Now then, we haven't really mentioned it because we've had so much going on. We haven't really had a chance to mention this. However, in some ways, it's quite nice to reward those who are just watching because you just want to be with us. Because the reward now is pretty epic, because I'm about to do diamonds. But I'm about to do diamonds in a way that I don't think I've ever quite seen them before. one of the longest strands of diamonds and potentially one of the lowest prices. I like that. Psych. I like that. I do like that. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I do like it though. I love that music. How does it start? Anyway. I liked it. Right, you have... Do it again. Oh. It reminds me of... Now this is a story all about how my life got twisted upside down. Now just wait right there. Tell you how I came to a town called Bel Air. Everybody was singing in my ear there. I couldn't keep up. That's what it reminds me of. 10 carats is what you have of your silver. You see, you won't be able to listen to that anymore without singing that song, will you? In West Philadelphia, born and raised on a playground is where I spend most of my days, chilling out, maxing, relaxing. And a couple of guys who were up to no good. Starting to take jobs to live in my neighborhood. I got one little button from God's kiss. You catch your gun, maybe hang your knuckle in Bel Air. Oh, excellent. That was a team. Unfortunately for you guys, you only heard me singing. I heard everybody singing in my ear. We were all doing a little rap together. It was very unifying, that. I enjoyed it a lot. We have got silver diamonds for you, but not just any. What did I say? Did I say diamonds? I'm just checking I did say silver diamonds. Silver diamonds for you, and these are 10 carats. Now, when you buy diamonds in any other environment, and I do pretty much mean any other environment, if you buy diamonds, you don't buy them in 10 carat quantities. Do you know you buy them in quarter carats? You buy them in 10 points. Not 10 carats, 10 points. This is 100 times what you would normally expect diamonds to go. 10 points. You know, a carat of diamonds, you would call that, being in the carat club, you'd call that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? You'd think that is luxury. You'd think that is indulgent. That's the word I was thinking of. You know, a carat of diamonds is a lot of diamonds. It's indulgent amount of diamonds. If I said to you, in fact, I know you can do this for yourself. You walk into your local jeweller shop and you ask them for what their average carat weight with diamonds for their rings is, I can pretty much guarantee they're going to say between half a carat and a carat. Some of them might go up to 1.5 carats, but this is nowhere near. This is not average carat weight for diamonds. This is beyond anything that would facilitate an average carat weight. 10 carats is probably, for most people, the most indulgent carat weight for any gemstone of this type of order. It would be neckline. It would be neckline worthy. You know, like your Elizabeth Taylor deluxe diamonds. That's probably, 8, 9, 10 carats of diamonds. This is 10 carats of diamonds. 10 times that 1 carat club elite. And genuinely, if you ever have the chance to be in the carat club to own diamonds, goodness me, congratulations to you. You know, that's an amazing thing to have. But to now be in the carat club times 10, that's absolutely balmy at the price that you're about to see. That is truly now the thing is, I did this again, and Bex will quantify this because she was sat beside me actually as I did this. I had to check that these were natural diamonds because I was absolutely... Now, those of you that know me, I'm very passionate about gemstones, but what you might not know is I am a coloured diamond specialist. That's part of my 8 years of being a specialist in this specific subject. So I've been part of the GIA for over a decade now, I think, but GIA is the Gemological Institute of America, so I've trained and I've studied. I'm a jewellery professional within them, but actually my expertise, my specialist subject, my mastermind subject, me, I'd say probably coloured diamonds. So this is my, so when we said what price we were going to, and when we were discussing this, I had to check that these were natural diamonds. I had to check that they were natural diamonds, because we're talking 10 carats. I know, we're talking 10 carats. And Claire's just looked at me and just gone, what are you doing with the price? Because we're at 17. Now do you understand why I was saying, this is 10 carats, and I have checked, I've gone through the lab reports, I've actually checked that these are, because I'm so absolutely stunned that we're not even stopping at $17.95. We're not. You're getting 10 carats of genuine diamonds. This is it. $14.95 is all you pay. That is $14.95.
I almost don't want to be part of that, because that's it's so far removed from anything you could ever expect. It's so far removed. It's 10 carats of diamonds. These are your small rough nuggets. Now, obviously, often in the case with diamonds, you pay for things like the faceting, because the lapidary skill that is required to cut a diamond is extraordinarily precise. So we haven't had to, invest that kind of money into cutting them, because they're your rough nuggets. So we're very open about that. We're not suggesting that these are faceted, with your 57 facets for your body. None of that. But these are genuine, guaranteed diamonds. And as I say, I've seen the lab test, I've seen the independent lab report, so I know that this is the case. You've got the real deal here for $14.95. It's your chance. And if you want to go for that movie glamour look, I tell you what, you don't get any more movie glamour than 10 carats of diamonds in your jewellery designs. 10 carats in one piece of... So you could, at this price tag, you could put 10 carats of diamonds into one piece of jewellery. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, you could. I would now want to put that with the sapphire that you had before.
Oh, the Burmese sapphire.
I would.
If you're going to do... Sapphires and diamonds.
Yeah.
Wow. You see, if you're going to go with it, and you're going to go with it today, right,
yeah.
How do you fancy? You've got diamonds, but how about I bring you all the rest of your precious gemstones, okay? You've got diamonds for $14.95, but how about before the end of this next... I tell you what, straight after the break, let's do it straight after the break. Straight after the break, we are going to do for you, we're going to do emeralds, precious gemstone, sapphires, precious gemstones, rubies, precious... Right, these are your top 4, and I'm going to drop in tanzanite as well. How do you fancy, now you've got your diamonds, 10 carats of diamonds for $14.95, how do you fancy adding the rest of your precious gemstones? Straight after the break, we're going to do it for you. We're going to do it as an add it to your order deal.
Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
So this is your final hour. Now obviously within this hour we've got one more of our St Patrick's Day lucky deals.
Ooh!
Were we not concentrating? Were we not concentrating?
No, it wasn't.
And you've even put your camera on you. You've even put the camera on you, and you still weren't there, ready for your moment of glory.
I've ruined it.
You just totally. I think you've let yourself down. I think you let the team down. Yes, we have got in around about 25 minutes time our very last. Get ready for it. No, not yet. We have got our very last St Patrick's Day lucky deal.
Oh!
Yeah!
Oh!
Yay!
Yeah!
Then we will be announcing. We will be announcing who were the winners. And we'll do that in the back end of the show, so we'll do that once we know. But before that, let's do a style by deal. Now, I'm going to break it down. I'm going to break it down. Look, I went with the kids there. I went down with that, man, didn't I? Didn't I? Just like, throw that one in. Look at me, how cool I am. Break it down with this deal. I'm just going to, I can't say it now without wanting to do the break it down. I'm going to break it down. Serious. I'm just going to be really straight. I'm about to give you ruby for £10, sapphire for £10, emerald for £10, and tanzanite for £10. Yes, I may as well break it down like this, because I think when you start to see that We can't go on our website, even at JM, we can't go on our website and expect to see a £10 price bracket for any of these precious gemstone strands, because the reality is, and we have to, you know, we might do perhaps loose nuggets, we perhaps might do chips of rubies or chips of you know, preform emeralds for that kind of price tag. You're not going to say £10 for high grade, faceted, world respected, located gemstones of this order. You just not. You know, there would be, and this is probably just in our Jewellery Maker bubble, there would be options if you had £10 and you wanted a precious gemstone. We would give you those options, but they wouldn't look like this. They wouldn't be of this grade. You've got here a truly high grade respect combination here, and this really is the something special. You've got a combination of luxury, and I'm just going to tell you, can we just get the spec up for this so I can know exactly the info on this, guys, because I think we need to know the exacting qualities of this strand that we have. It's not coming up. Okay, so you have here your 1x1s to 4x3 mil in each of your 18 centimetre strands. And I mean, we've got to just pause a moment for the tanzanite. You know, we know the price of tanzanite, and we also know the demand on this gemstone to the supply that is now going to be available based on the big things that are happening in Tanzania. It's not going to be a £10 gemstrand even from us in future weeks, months and years. You know, that's probably something that I could say, even though I don't have a crystal ball, I can pretty much say, based on the circumstances of what the Tanzanian government is proposing to do, that is probably going to influence the availability and the price of tanzanite. You know, that's a fair thing to say. When we start to bring you then on top of that, totally natural ruby, totally natural sapphire, and I'd call it natural because oiling for me is just natural. It's just one of those jewelry things that you do to a gemstone, but it's not like it's diffusing it to give it a different color or anything like that. But oiled, if you've got all of that quality in each one of those, I can't put to air, and I just can't imagine ever doing this, £10 for tanzanite, £10 for emerald, £10 for natural sapphire, £10 for natural ruby. That's not going to be, even in this environment of you know, how good we are at challenging our prices on a day-to-day basis, that's not going to be an average price point, and that's why this is such an incredible opportunity. You're getting all four now, of course, because we've just done the diamonds for $14.95. You're getting all four of your sought after precious gemstones tonight, and you're getting them probably the most affordable prices we've ever achieved. You're looking at what, 25 carats sat between each one of these strands, 25 carats on average of the ruby, of the sapphires, of the emerald and of the tanzanite. And when you start to put that into perspective, for less than £10 a strand. Now, obviously, I thought what we were going to do was £10 a strand, i.e. I thought that this was going to be a bundle for £40, but it's not. We've gone even lower, and we're giving you the chance. Does that work out at £8 a strand then? £8.74 per strand. £8.74 for a strand of great quality tanzanite. You've got here £8.74 for the luxury of what is absolutely defining, guaranteed visually. You know what it is when you see it, emerald. Now, £8.74 for emerald, even from us, you would probably have to get a certificate of authenticity to know that it was definitely the colour of emerald. Do you see what I mean? You would have to accept at that price point.
Totally,
you wouldn't guarantee that it looked like it was the real deal of emerald, even though it is. This is the real deal of emerald, and it looks it, and it is absolutely affordable within this arrangement. Magnificent deal that we have for you there. Make the most of it. Let me just drop in the diamonds that came in. That's a 10-carat diamond strand. 10 carats of diamonds, and I'm guaranteeing that strand for $14.95. Put it all together, that is your top 5 gemstones, and we're putting it together for under £50. That's under 50. Did you do that on purpose to take it under? Did you want them all to be under £50? under 50 for your big 5. And I mean, if you go to any jewellers across the world, and I'm not just talking local, I'm talking global, and you ask for the top 5 selling gemstones, if you ask for 5 precious stones, they would give you obviously rubies, emeralds, sapphires and diamonds, and then I would guarantee they'd probably turn to the tanzanite and add that to it, because you know that tanzanite into 98 and 99, it was the highest selling gemstone outside of any. It was the biggest selling gemstone.
Wow.
It is a hugely respected stone. I mean, there's a big push in the gem trade for tanzanite to be classified as a precious stone because it has got that kudos to it, because it has got that selling power, I guess it is. And you've got that look. So you could get all of this bundle. You could get the diamonds, 10 carats of diamonds for $14.95, and then you've got all 4 of your additional precious gemstones, including obviously that tanzanite, for just $34.95. Make the most of that. That is a mega add it to your order deal, isn't it? That's a pretty special combination. Congratulations, Catherine, you've got yours. I've got Gloria and Margaret, Sandra. Queues on the phone lines and web buys, of course. Please do check out your baskets to guarantee that the deal you want is the deal that you get. Now, kit number 2 tonight, we have got something pretty special. I can't remember the last time I saw Drusy like this.
They're lovely, aren't they?
Oh, and obviously the thing that we learnt to do in the first technique, we can do these with
Totally,
total perfection to this size of Drusy.
Yeah, absolutely.
When was the last time we saw these Drusys? I can't remember seeing these for a very long time. Oh, that's lovely.
So yeah, so that's the technique from the first demo. So you can see how well that works.
That's literally taking what we learned earlier on and putting it into a brand new kit and seeing the reward. And the reward is epic, absolutely epic. I love that gorgeous close-up. That's stunning. Here you've got your white window Drusy quartz, and these are your fancy pairs, and they're 18 by 14. You're going to get 10 of these. Now the thing is, because you're getting 10, you can be indulgent, you can be really creative, you can be really reactionary, can't you? Sometimes when you get 1 cabochon or even 3 cabochons, you kind of have to be a little bit conservative.
Or you look at it from the other point. If you sell something and you want to have like a repeat,
a collection,
and then or you want to do the same design over and over again in quite a uniform size and shape, it's not very often that you can get that, is it? With because these are. They're the same size, so it's that's brilliant.
Yeah, they're the same size. They are different, and that's again what works for it, because they are genuine gemstones.
It's the middle bit that's the different bit, which is
the Drusy
lovely.
aspect.
Yeah.
And it's the landscape of the crystal structure that Drusy is all about. So if I'll show you flat, straight on. Oh, it just looks like, it's almost like fairy wings, isn't it? It's got that lovely coating. But if I just drop it down like so, and you can see that landscape. So the crystal structure is exposed. So what's essentially happened is you've got that smoothness to the outer, but inside you see the natural form of the quartz. So this is the natural crystal form of the quartz. But then obviously what we're doing, if I just show you, is that we're showing it in different varieties of shape. Now actually that could be a pair of earrings, because they're very similar indeed. So I picked up one that was very similar, but I'll perhaps pick up this one, and this might show you a little bit of the differential of the shape, and this one's a little bit thinner. Sorry. There you go, can you see? Oh, Vicky, fingers and thumbs. So each one's going to be different. Each one is going to be unique. I do like the fact that there's probably some uniformity to them, which means if you do want to do a pair of earrings, I can imagine these as studs, you see. You know the prong setting that you've taught us to do? Yeah. I could imagine that as a stud. I think that would look absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, lovely. I mean, even if you were just starting out with wire work as well, you could just do a spiral, couldn't you? And just glue at the back, not... Yeah. Another spiral, yeah.
Got that one, yes. Got that one for the DVD. The Spiral collection by Claire MacDonald. Got that one. That one's already bedded, that one, I reckon. Then we've got that one. So you've got 10 of these gorgeous Drusy. These are beautiful cabochons. And because they have got that pearlescent coating, almost, you would call it nomadic, because there's this ethereal quality. It's glorious, isn't it? It is absolutely stunning, and it shimmers. It just catches, but it's so smooth. I love it. Very tactile. I like the fact of all the gemstones that you could stand against. that kind of quality of finish, and that's quite a high luxury look, isn't it? Because you've got so much to offer. It's very difficult to choose a gemstone that could stand alongside it. Pearls. I mean, of course, you're just going to choose pearls because pearls can stand up to pretty much anything and look amazing, and these really are beautiful. These are your silver freshwater pearls. These are your button bead pearls, so it means that you've got 7x8s, but they're flat button beads. So what's nice about them is that, especially in terms of design, if you've got rounds, if you've got spheres, they create a very, very uniformic look, but in these they create a flat uniform look, so it just creates a different aesthetic altogether. They work really nicely because they almost kiss one another, whereas if they're rounds you would have a little bit more of a gapping between them, whereas these, they really do hold, and they look fab as a charm bracelet.
Yeah, they do, and you get nice movement there.
I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. If you do want to join us on this, you're not just getting the beauty of the pearls. Now obviously these are your silver pearls, which are very popular, and of course your Drusys. You're also going to get a mix of your wire. Let's see if I get it right this time. You're going to get your 4 meters of 1mm gauge. You're then going to get 10 meters of 0.6mm gauge and 10 meters of 0.4mm. So you're going to get, let's put that come together, you've got 1mm gauge, 6mm gauge, 4mm gauge, and you get 10 meters, 10 meters, 10 meters and 4 meters, so 24 meters in total. Is that right? I've got that right. Brilliant.
Yes.
Good. Just checking. Just in case, you know, before I go to the optician, I wish I've promised myself I would go. You've got here this wonderful, and it is very much, I do like the name of this kit, Silver Screen Siren. I feel like I get that. It almost embraces that Hollywood quality, that shimmer and delight and that elegance and sophistication, you know, that red carpet moment where you just want that wow factor. And I think this jewellery has really captured that. The jewellery that you've made has captured it, but obviously the ingredients have allowed you to do it. 10 of the Drusy, the luxury of your real silver. I mean, they are silver pearls, and that's why I love them. They're real silver pearls. And then you've got all of the wire to create this look and many, many more. And we've got lots and lots to be able to make out of this piece. And as you can see there, this is just a few of the pieces that you've made, but there's so much potential thanks to the Drusy to just continue to challenge and to find new avenues. You know, the nice thing is 10 means that you could use some wire, you could then get into shibori, you could perhaps do some cerulean, you could really play, because there's 10 of them, couldn't you? You've got lots and lots to do with this kit, lots of potential, and actually lots for just £29.95. And when you are getting started into jewellery making, or perhaps you're already a jewellery maker and you want to try something new, you don't want to do it and it costs a lot of money because you don't know whether if it's going to work for you. You don't know whether it's going to be right, do you? And so therefore, I guess in some ways the important thing is that, you know, it doesn't cost a lot of money, but it's something that when it does work, it works really well. And I think that's what you've got here. It's working so well. Love that close-up. £29.95 is all you pay. You're seeing, now Claire's obviously used some bits and pieces from her stash, things like the chain, I presume head pins that you've from your stash to create. But actually, for some of the rings, nothing other than just the wire you've used. Is that right?
Yeah,
and what about the bangle on the end?
Yep. So that's the same. So everything other than the findings are the findings that you would probably get, you know, in the welcome pack.
Yes, the
findings
pack.
What I've added in is the like you say, so just your basic findings, which, like you say, most people have in their stash, don't they? But
yes.
So the wire. And I think I've probably added in a couple of spaces there, which I think again you get in the starter pack, don't you, as well? So and we've had some tonight as well. So
plenty of options. At £29.95 is all you pay for this kit, and I think, you know, for a kit to keep on moving and keep on going, this is the kind of kit that you're going to keep on playing with. You're going to be able to keep on, you know, almost dipping into it. I feel like you probably would make 2 or 3 pieces thanks to the Drusys and the pearls, and then you probably maybe the Drusys might sit, and then you kind of tap back into it and find something new from it in a few, you know, weeks' time, and tap back into it a few months later, you know, because I think there's that evolution of jewellery design that you might be able to trigger off. Absolutely gorgeous. £29.95 is all you pay. Hold those lines. Congratulations all yours for the taking. An amazing deal. Now then, we have coming your way, and I've just been told we've talked about it, but we haven't been able to guarantee it was going to happen, but it's happening. We have been given, and we have now had the nod that we can put this class. I mean, gosh, this is one of our most. You probably, you know, for those of you that don't know, we get quite a lot of messages from people, lots of emails that come through, a lot of obviously Facebook activity, etc. People message all the time about amber, but the biggest request is for amber rounds. And sometimes, I mean, we know what we want. Now obviously, yesterday we had amber. We did have amber in obviously a decent amount. We didn't have a lot of rounds. In fact, I don't think. Well, I did watch for a little bit. I didn't get a chance because I was busy yesterday with the kids, but I didn't see any amber rounds like this. I think I saw them in a kit. Did I see some rounds in kits? Either way, there's not many of this kind of strand around. There's not that many deals this strand around. So this is coming your way, and it's going to be your absolute treat. Anybody who wants to get started into jewellery making and wants to try it with a gemstone that they know and love, this is going to be the one for you. I mean, amber rounds. There's not enough of them in terms of availability, and there's such a great colour arrangement.
Lovely strand.
Amazing strand. Love this. So this is coming your way. We have got some other treats coming as well. And don't forget, we've got in about 7 or 8 minutes' time, we have got your lucky deal to bring you, thanks to our little St. Patrick's moment that we have for you. So what are you going to show us? What are we going to learn?
So because you've got so many of the cabochons in there. So I thought I'd show you how you can, one way of setting. So we've done the prong setting before. So now you can, if we do sort of like the netting, which works very, very well with the gauges there.
Okay.
So it's a little bit clearer. I'll show you on the actual piece as well, so you can see it as it would be with those cabochons. But then for demo purposes, we'll do it on the larger, so hopefully you can see it.
Okay.
So I'm going to work with just a much larger cabochon and much larger wire. So I would, my starting point would always be, so again, if I just sort of like, so you can see I want to turn it over. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we, so this would be my, my 1mm wire. So all I need to do, I'd be taking my piece of wire, and I'm going to join the two at the top and just cross over just to start to get that nice curve at the bottom, and then going into a point. So working with a pear shape is actually very, very easy, probably the easiest actually, because you get that natural point there. So I'm just going to start to squeeze in, and what you're looking to do is you want to get this framework so it's just coming on the inside of the cabochon itself. So I'm just going to start to bring that in. So, and it's quite important that you get it so it's just going in on the inside here, because otherwise what will happen is the framework is going to hold it so that it's going to sit like that. So if I had it so that it was sort of too much on the edge, what it could do is it could just fall all the way through. So when I'm happy that that's sort of going in on the edge, I'm just going to take my round nose pliers, and I'm going to make just a little loop there. So I'm just holding it and going all the way around, and I've got a loop there. Now, and I'll show you on the actual sizes of wire in a minute so you can see how different that would look. So again, I'm going to put the two components back together because I've obviously could have changed the shape of this one. So I would say every time you do something with the wire, maybe pop it back on next to the stone so you can see that you're still happy with that. So again, I'm going to do another little loop there, all the way around. So I've now got somewhere that I can sort of anchor my netting wire, which is going to be my 0.4, and something that then locks the frame in place. So again, I'm just going to pop that in so I can see. I just need to manipulate that just a little bit, and we've got something that will sit on the inside. So now what I can do, so I'm going to leave those wires there, and they can turn into the bail. So I'm going to go now with the this wire is going to represent my 0.4, so my netting wire. So what I'm going to do, I need to make sure that this netting wire is going to come on the outside of the frame that I'm going to do. So I need to decide which is going to be the top and which is going to be the bottom. So if I'm going to have this as the top, so what I tend to do is, I know that I've got my longer length of wire and that is definitely coming out on the outside of the framework. So I'm just going to hold that there. I'm going to pop that through the 2 little loops that I've done. Just a couple of times so I can forget that for a minute, because I know that that's definitely in the right place because it's coming on the outside. And take that tail and just feed that through a couple of times until it's locked in. Just get my pliers just to pull that through and bring that round. So when you're going to cut that off, remember that your cabochon is sitting on this side, so we can trim that off there. That little end is just going to get hidden underneath here. So I'm going to clear everything out of the way, because what usually happens is when you're working with you'll have to cut your netting wire off the reel, and what will tend to happen is, because you're going to work with I'd probably say for the actual stones themselves, I'd give yourself, say, maybe 40 to 50 centimetres or so. Give that a try. So I'm going to start and just find the end. So all I'm doing, the first one, I'm just making a little, almost like a semicircle, okay? So you can see that against the outside of the frame. So I'm going to find the end. So I've got the end there, and I'm going to take that, so it's going, and I'll show you from all angles, so hopefully you'll be able to see where it goes. So it's going to go up through the bottom, because remember this is going to be the top of the frame here. So I'm going to go up through the bottom of the frame and up into, so if I show you sort of like, up into that little semicircle that I've formed, okay? So I'm going to pull that all the way through. Now, as I get a little bit closer, I'm just going to hold here and just support that there. So I almost like tie a knot around that frame, okay? So I'm going to do that again. So I start to form the semicircle, and what you're trying to do, ideally, and I wouldn't worry too much when you first start, but ideally what you're trying to do is you're trying to get a little bit of uniformity with these sizes. So what you wouldn't ideally want on your first go, it's really not a big deal, but you wouldn't want something like that, because it will sort of show up. So you're trying to get a fairly even semicircle. So what you can do, so if I just finish this one, so we'll do another one so that hopefully that'll sort of go in. So again, so take the tail up through the bottom of the framework, up through into that semicircle, pull it down. As it gets a little bit closer, just support it and tighten it up so that it creates that knot around. So if you're finding it quite difficult to create those loops, what you could do is you could get something and pop that in there. So if it was a smaller, what I could do is I could pop my bail making pliers in there and sort of bring that round so that it gives a uniform loop. So if I take that out now, can you see? So I could then use that and then do that again. So
again.
Yeah, there's the option of doing that. So you're going to do that all the way around. So you can see how those knots are forming on the outside. So you're going to take that and go all the way round until you get back to the start. So if you can see on that one, so this is with the actual, you'll be able to see now. So this is with the wires that you would use on the. So you can see how that's gone all the way around. So now when you've done that first layer, I'm just going to pop that on the top and hold that there. Now this is going to look more complicated because obviously this is a much bigger stone, so it's going to be heavier. So when you're working with the smaller, you're not going to have to worry too much about the weight of it. So we're going to start now. So we've gone all the way around. So I'm going to hold the frame at the back. So you can see I'm just using my finger here and my thumb here just to support it. So now, this time, I'm not going to be going through the frame. I'm going to be doing exactly the same, creating that loop, But this time, rather than going up through the bottom of the frame, I'm going to take the end and go through the first layer that I'd done. Okay, so I'm going up into that first semicircle. And if we imagine that I've created a semicircle here, a new one, so I'm going to go up into that. Again, pull it tightly. Now this time, what I'm trying to do, and this you can see this is a nice, quite a shallow cabochon. I'm going to see if it will pull over with a bit of tension. Can you see how it's starting to pull over the side? Yeah. So again, so I'm going to make that semicircle up through the semicircle that was there before on the first row and pull over. So I'm going to keep going just so that you can see what happens as we get sort of halfway round. Things will start to change a little bit. So already it's starting to pull it in, but you know, I can move it out because nothing's holding it on the other side at the moment. So that's why it's quite important to hold it and support it from underneath, because it's not until we get sort of over halfway round. So I'm just going to keep holding so it doesn't shift too much. Because when we get to over halfway, this side will start to hold it in a little bit more. So I'm going to keep going and pull around. Now, if you want that uniformity, you could still pop a mandrel or your bail making pliers in there. So now I'm going to hold and switch. So I'm using this thumb now just to hold and support and bring round. So I also just want to check that it hasn't shifted over too much. So I'm going to hold the framework so it's in the middle and not too much on the one side. And hold now. So now we're sort of like over halfway round. So hopefully now what should happen is some of the tension, it's pulling on that side. So now when we pull on this side, it should really start to...
Yeah, compress.
Yeah. So I'm going to just keep going and pull round. So again, go in and pull round. So it's the same, very repetitive. You're going in through that semicircle and then pulling over the surface of the cabochon. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to manipulate these. You can see they've got a little bit squashed. So I'm just going to pull them out just a little bit so that I can access them and bring in. So we're coming to near the end now, so I'm just going to have a little look how it's starting to look and bringing that. So nearly done now on that section. So again, I'm going to pull that over. So now, if you have a look where we are here. So it's this one now, these next ones that are really going to hold and grip going in across here. So I'm just going to hold that up and I'm going to get that so that it's going right under here. Okay. So now we'll just have a little look. So it's going over, and that last one
just locks it in,
has locked it in. So what you could do, if you wanted to, if you were thinking, what I actually want is I want a little bit more there. So now I know that has locked in. So you can see there, what I could go and do, I actually don't need to do another row. I could do another row and you just repeat it and go all the way around. Or I can almost do like just use it like a needle and thread and get that balance. So what you could do is, if you didn't want it to just have the one going across, you could just do almost like a little fake one. So I could just bring that through and just even it up like that. So if I just move that there and just get a bit of tension. So can you see how that's going to look there now? But you can keep going and you can do so. You can have a look on there. On this one, I've actually done 3 rows and taken it all the way up.
Drusy, isn't it?
Yes, so you can see, so it's going to, that one row has taken me to about here, then that second row, and then taking it over has gone on there. And then you can see, so those wires there, that's where you can then turn into
the bail.
Into your bail. But you can see how easy that technique is. Once you sort of break it down, remember that you're going in, making that semicircle, taking the wire, going up through the bottom of the framework, and then up through that semicircle, and almost you're tying a knot
around
it.
It's the kind of thing that makes me go, oh, I could do that. I like it. I like it when you make me do that. When you make me think that I can actually do it.
I like it if I can make you do that.
You're making me feel that.
Doing my job.
Yeah, you've definitely done your job there. So if you want to do it and you want to give it a go, you need to get the kit. So please do make sure. And again, I've just been told I've got lots and lots of people who've left in their baskets. So please do check out your baskets. At $29.95, you're getting 10 of your Drusy cabochons. That could be 10 of those fantastic designs. Plus, on top of that, you've got the beauty of your silver pearls. And you've also got all of your 24 metres of wire, all for one price tag of just $29.95. Congratulations if you do get that one, but as I say, too many people, really for my comfort, like say of Colorado and Essex and Cardiff and Hertfordshire and Essex and Greater London, those people who haven't checked out the basket, you do need to do so to guarantee that you get hold of what you want. Okay, it's time for our last St. Patrick's Day lucky deal.
Whoa!
I know, and it's going to be, I tell you, we go and save the best for last. No. So yes, we've got our final big deal offer, and I tell you what, it's worth the wait. I'm just looking, and I was just checking that I've put enough in each one of them. I might.
I think you have. I think.
Yes. Are you definitely filled?
Yeah.
I've definitely filled them, haven't I? So these are your lucky dip bags, essentially. So what we've done is we've said that anybody who comes in on one of our St. Patrick's Day lucky deals, thank you.
Yeah. Woo! Sorry,
yeah,
I was too busy looking at.
I know you got all excited, and I think that's fair. That's a lovely pack of stones. Might need to get some more bead scoops for myself. Like, so anybody who has, who gets involved in this deal, we were so interested in the lucky dip bag. Anybody who gets involved in this deal could win this bag of gemstones for free. And the reason that we're doing that is because it's St. Patrick's Day. We just thought, oh, it'd be fun to just do something along the lines of St. Patrick's Day. So this is our St. Patrick's Day. You have to buy this deal. You get automatically entered. Is there only 34 available? Okay, well, there's only 34. That's quite good, isn't it? Because that means you're only competing against another 33 people to perhaps get your deal. So this is it. You get that. Obviously, we automatically enter you, and then you could get your name pulled out of the hat. And when you pull name pulled out, then we'll send you that bag for free. But you have to purchase this deal first, and you're going to want to purchase this deal anyway. It's just part of the fun of JM. We like to do some fun and funky things here when we've got the chance. And you've got here the loveliness of your 5mm rounds. Now this size is a fabulous go-to size for so many different types of designs for your jewellery making, but this is the go-to gemstone. I think for most people, getting started into jewellery making, or perhaps finding us at Jewellery Maker for the first time, this is an absolute testament of why people buy from us, because we do amber and we make it affordable like you're not going to get in many other places. Baltic amber, the finest location really to source, we go to, and we bring you some of the finest colour tones. You've got your lemons, you've got your honeys, you've got your rich cognac tones, all of that in this wonderful arrangement. It's a 41cm strand, so it's a full 41cm strand that you're getting here. I wish I had more, but the quantity we've got is literally everything we've got in the vaults. That's everything we have available. I've already got Meg confirmed in Cornwall. I've got Irene joining me. Congratulations, Edwina, Jane, you've got yours. Wendy and Pat, Catherine and Sandra. Vera's joined me. Mary's there. Jacqueline, congratulations to Shandy. You've got yours in the West Midlands. Angela's joined me in Town and Weir. And I've got 18 chances left for you to confirm. The price tag is just, I mean, literally, this is to the pound as low as we can go. £22.95 is all you pay. And as I say, as you enter this, of course, you will be entered into the prize draw to get that fantastic bag of gemstones as well. So that's just a bonus, really. It is just a little bonus to give you an added treat tonight, on top of owning this fantastic strand. Amber is such an easy gemstone to work with, and when you're getting started, I always think that there's those go-to gemstones, and that go-to gemstone, could you imagine, instead of doing instead of doing the pearl earrings, what about doing amber earrings? Just each one of those, just single stones. You only need one. Maybe you want to do 3. I'd perhaps do 3 actually, 3 different colours.
Yes, yeah,
and I'd do them in a little tri-drop. But you'd match exactly that design for project's sake, you know, for the technique. And all you do is, if you want to get this look, follow that guidance. And it's step-by-step instruction that you get with these project cards. And the project card comes free of charge with the welcome pack. You need to buy the amber. And as you buy the amber, you will automatically, if you've never bought from us before, you will automatically get the welcome pack. The welcome pack is full of goodies. It includes a lovely DVD, pretty much an hour long, of Claire and myself, actually.
Yeah.
The two of us giving you step-by-step instruction with the basics. But also, as I say, you get the project cards. And you also get things like threads and findings and tools free of charge. So getting started with us, it couldn't be any easier. If you're already a jewellery maker, but you're just finding this for the... This is just a bonus. I mean, it really is just a brilliant bonus addition. To get started with amber from us, I think is a perfect way to show you why you buy from us. Because I think it really does give you that I guess that real sense of how much pride we take in the quality of our gemstones. Congratulations, and we've got 4 left. I've got 21 in baskets, and I've got 4 left in stock. So if you don't check out, you're going to lose out. I think that's the way to see it, really. Congratulations if you have got it, like Denise, who's joined me in Merseyside, and Janet in Pembrokeshire. Sheila in North Yorkshire, congratulations to you. And I was just going to say, in terms of, you know, some of those techniques that you have with the welcome pack, you know, a simple classic bracelet or a nice pair of, you know, triple drop earrings, easy to achieve, alongside, especially with the things like your DVD that you know, as part of the welcome pack.
Yeah.
That's a go-to strand for that type of quality, isn't
wonderful.
it?
And it's, you know, and it's beautiful, and it'd be very, very easy to work with because they're rounds, but also because there's a great drill hole as well with them, so it'd be very, very easy to use.
And they're light.
Yeah.
You know, one of the nicest things about amber is because it's actually an organic gemstone, so it's not a crystal structure. It's an organic gemstone. It forms with the tree resin, and it solidifies. And as it solidifies, it creates these wonderful colours. And you've got that, so it's very light. So when you get it home and you'll feel the lightness, it's light for a reason. It's because it's an organic gemstone. It's not crystal formed. Crystal form has weight to it. Right, we've got on top of that something really important to add to the finishing touches of say something like amber jewellery would be to add the sterling silver finishing touch. And that silver touch is perhaps in something as simple as a crimp bead cover. Now, crimp bead cover, if you've got a crimp bead, essentially you're using it as a stopper. You depress it, and as you press it down, it flattens and it holds things in place. It's a mechanical element of the jewellery. But once you've done that, it's kind of a flat. It is literally a flat finish, and it sometimes doesn't look as pretty as you'd like it to. This is where this little finding comes into place. And this little finding here is called a crimp bead cover. And for those who already know this, please forgive me that I'm introducing it, but for a lot of people, it's a bit of a complex, weird finding because you don't really know what it's going to do. But actually, all you need to know is that it covers a crimp bead to make it look like a little bead in its own right. So all you need to do is close up the Pac-Man's mouth, and as you close the Pac-Man's mouth, you then get a closed bead, and it finishes the jewellery off. So instead of having a flat finding, you have a rounded finding instead. You're getting 20 sterling silver crimp bead covers, 20 for £2.95, and that's sterling silver. And obviously, you know, when you're making jewellery, sterling silver jewellery, you want to finish it off with sterling silver in every part of the design. And sometimes that's quite difficult because you wouldn't always guarantee crimp bead covers would come in a findings pack and things like that. And if they do, they don't come in bigger quantities. So this is giving you that quantity. £2.95 finishes it off.
So the other thing they're very, very good for as well, if you say, for example, if we were working with sterling silver wire, sometimes you might want to it might be a little bit loose, or you just think, I need to add something, it needs a little bit more
finishing touch.
If I wanted to add something to, say, this section here, what I'd have to do if I wanted to add like a spacer bead, so like, if I just
I'm thinking about it,
that little bit there, what I'd have to do is I'd have to unravel all of this. So, and because, like we said before, it's not a thread. Whereas because you've got the open side, so all you're going to do is you're just going to pop it onto the wire exactly in the same way as you would with your thread and close it round.
Clamp.
And it, you don't have to undo any of it, but then from the front that's going to look like your spacer bead, but you haven't had to unravel anything at all. So you know, as they're used for to cover, as the crimp cover, you know, your crimp tube cover, but there's so many other uses for them.
And that's the thing with jewellery making, and Jewellery Maker in particular. Sometimes findings are designed for one specific job, but actually what we find is that they do multiple jobs, you know, like that. You know, you're looking at something that can close and designed to close over a crimp bead, but actually, you know, crimp it over a wire or, you know, clasp it. Actually, lots of people close them up and just use them as beads. You know, literally just use them as a spacer bead because they've got that, you know, roundedness. So you've got the chance to be able to do it. £2.95 is all you pay, and there is no surprise that this has been a well-received deal, so hold on those lines. Congratulations. I've got Sylvie, who's already confirmed. I've got Jan and Linda. Congratulations to you. Susan, stay on those lines in Essex. I've got a lot of people who have picked up the phone at the same time. Web buys, of course, don't forget, you've got to check out your baskets. £2.95 for sterling silver essentials in some ways. And I guess essentials would be inappropriate in one way, because an essential is the crimp bead, which actually is the part of the holding the jewellery together. But I think the essentials to finishing off to a high standard of your jewellery, which is something that we want to encourage here at JM. You know, if you're using our stuff, you know, we want your jewellery to look the best it can be, then this would be, in my mind, an essential addition to give you that finishing touch. And all it costs for sterling silver is just £2.95. Congratulations. Okay, let's move straight on. And I've got something, right, let's go, where shall we go next? Oopsie daisy. Shall I knock something else down? Can I do this Peridot? Becky, can I do that? Is that all right? I'm going to go to the Peridot. I just have to go to the Peridot, really.
That's a beautiful strand.
Oh, yeah. Look at that for a strand and a half of Peridot. You know, this is one of the most sought-after stones of the moment from the Asian and African market. You know, the biggest thing is that there's certain gemstones that come into fruition. Oh, that close-up! Wow!
Look at the faceting on it; it's beautiful.
Amazing! Oh, now that is seriously good. Look at the way that it just bounces the light. You see, the thing is, no. What? But you couldn't get this gemstone cut for £4.95 in most places, let alone get the actual source of US. Now, obviously, for anybody who knows, there are some obviously very well-known, distinguished gemstone locations for Peridot. You've got your Chiangbai. Look, we could go to China and probably source 2 or 3 locations that would be wow. But the US, actually, for a lot of people, just gives that extra elevation of quality, and you've got that extra elevation for £4.95. That does not look like a £4.95. There is no way. I mean, if I put that on my wrist, and I'm sorry to do this, but I'm going to say the same thing again on that welcome pack. You only need to buy this one strand, and for £4.95, you've got the welcome pack that gives you everything, and then you've got a strand that gives you lots of jewellery making potential. Honestly, that's an awesome deal. Gone and gone. Absolutely on and gone. Congratulations to you. Oh, now then. Unakite. Ooh. Can't remember the last time I saw this gemstone. And I mean, the thing is, today we've learnt 2 very different techniques. We've learnt how to prong, we've learnt how to net, and how to work with cabochons as well as other gemstones. You know, it doesn't have to be cabochons that you do those kind of techniques with, but we've learnt how to, and now we may as well put that into practice. What about doing it on the hand? What about putting it on the wrist? What about putting it on the neckline? You could do some, I mean, there's lots of potential here, lots and lots of potential. You've got here your unakite, this luxury teardrop formation. The 3, you're paying £4.95. I mean, unakite's not an everyday gemstone. We know that, don't we? If you think about it, when do you see unakite? I mean, literally, when do you see it? You don't. And that's the amazing thing about it. £4.95, you're getting 3 of this lovely example. And you've got there those beautiful blush and coral pinks that will sit through that centre stone of the rich greens. And, you know, within this stone, it really is that complexity of the colour arrangement that makes it really interesting. I mean, if I just rotate this one round, you can see how the form is totally different. Every one of them is different, but it works so very, very well indeed. 3 of these fantastic Unakite cabochons, and all for just £4.95. That's all you're paying, £4.95 for all 3. Congratulations if you got that one.
Beautiful.
Absolutely love that one. Okay, on we go. Well, lots to fit in before the end of this hour. Now, we are obviously going to announce who's got the lucky dip deal, so don't worry, we will announce there. But let's go. Wow. Ooh, I like those.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Look how clear they are as well. You know, they've still got texture because that's what you'd expect from a type 2 stone. And type 2 means that you're expecting some kind of inclusions. But, you know, what they are is still very clean and very clear and a very open colour. And that's what makes it such an obviously usable gemstone as amethyst is in the industry. Again, that price tag, £4.95. Again, we're not changing the quality, we're not changing the luxury. All we change is the price tag and take you under £5. 5x4 to 10x6 mil that you have in these pear drops, 22 centimetre strand. And actually, if I think about how many you're getting, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I reckon you got over 20 for £4.95 there. Congratulations if you got that. That's, I mean, how many pairs of earrings? 10 pairs of earrings. How many? You probably buy 2 of those strands actually. Do some earrings and then do charm bracelets, do necklines and all.
They'd be lovely with the pearls that were in the kit as well.
They would.
Really, really nice.
Yeah, I've just been asked, can you check out your baskets if you do want to get the kit? Because we've still got over 20 people who haven't checked out their baskets on the kit. So if you do want that gorgeous kit of this hour, then you will need to check out to guarantee it's yours. Obviously, it's only available within the hour. I don't even know whether we guarantee that you can have it outside of the hour in terms of these. So if you want it, it's yours for the taking for the hour. Let's go to... Ooh, oh, now that's interesting. Look at that colour combination. Now, it sits between pink and red, and I mean, essentially, is it pink sapphire or is it ruby? That's the question. And obviously, the borderline for many gem experts is that there actually isn't a right and wrong. There is no right or wrong to what's pink and what's red because it's all personal perspective. And here, and I guess in some ways, you know, the honesty of our business is that if we said this was ruby, we could charge more money for it. And that's fact, because ruby is considered to be the most expensive coloured gemstone on the planet in terms of its price per carat. So here we could have got away with saying, look, this is ruby because there is some lovely rich reds, but actually when you look at it, the arrangement of the pink hues that take you all the way through from pink to red, well, that's therefore pink sapphire, and that's just the open friend, I guess the it's not friendly, it's the open honesty of the business that says, actually, we're going to grade this as pink sapphire. We could have charged you more if we'd said it was ruby, but we're not. We're going to say, this is the real deal, but it's pink sapphire, and it's got some ruby in there as well. I'd say it's got ruby in there, because you've definitely got some deep, rich reds in this. £14 and again, if it was ruby, I think you'd be paying minimum £20, £25 probably, because of the depth of colour that you have. But because it is classified as pink sapphire, no, it's £14.95. Congratulations. Nice size arrangement as well, isn't it? You know, taking you 2x1 to 4x3, nice arrangement of sizes that you're getting. £14.95 is all you pay. Stay on the lines. We're just going to move through some. We've got lots more to fit in. Right. Let's do a quick deal on, why, that's nice and pretty. These would go great if you got the tillers earlier on. If you got the deals, you know, that there was some lovely pink, the pink tillers. Yeah. You could almost match those with this pink opal perfectly. These are 2 to 6 mil in your plain squares. I like the fact that they're flat to each other. So it means that, you know, you do have that real tight-knit design quality about them. You can really play with that. Again, you know, maybe take a slider bracelet, you know, one of the open slider bracelets, and just make that, you know, just that front part. I'd just do a little, maybe 1.5 inches, something like that.
I think that would be perfect for our holiday, definitely.
Yes, I think that is a holiday,
yeah.
like maybe evening meal kind of holiday. Yes, nice.
Yeah.
At £3.95. Absolutely fantastic quality that you have there, and I think, you know, when we've got that type of sheen to the stuff, it works so well indeed. £3.95. Right, I've got time to announce the winners. For those of you who got involved, for those of you who were automatically entered into each of the hours from 6:30 onwards, each half past, so 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 8:30, you have been entered automatically into competition, and you could be winning this lovely bag of gemstones. So let me say congratulations to Carolyn Hildreth. Carolyn Hildreth, you win first bag. Congratulations to Candy Rowe, you win the second bag. Congratulations to Angela Payne, you get the third bag. And congratulations finally to Ruth Cooper. You get our final Lucky Dip bag. Yes, we will be sending these to you. Obviously, it'll just be a random, we'll just send, but congratulations, they're all full, and I literally did try and get the very best of everything that I could cram in there. So congratulations, and yeah, thanks for getting involved in our St. Patrick's special Lucky Deals. Woo! Yes! Yes! And the best to last on that one, boys and girls. Yes. It's been a fabulous evening, and it's been lovely to have your company. We've got so much more to look forward to. When we've got your company again?
I'm back on Monday morning.
Monday morning, we've got the gorgeous Claire joining. I'll be back. I think I'm later on in there next week or something like that. I'll see you soon. But it's been great to have your company. Thanks to the team for all of the loveliness, and thank you to you for watching. We're back with you live from 8 AM tomorrow morning, so you take care of yourself, whatever you're up to. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye from Jewellery Maker. Couldn't be. You'll need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.